just wish he knew.
Justin, what is up? What's up? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. What's up? Laughing Man, my brother. Thank you for being here. Guys, thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Thank you. All right, we have some interesting videos for tonight. I think it will be fun. Hope everyone had a good Monday, a good weekend. All right, so let's get started. I have quite a few videos tonight. I have quite a few videos to react to tonight, so let's get started. So basically, right, tonight we'll be talking about a lot of unruly women, right? A lot of difficult women that I believe are not fit for traditional marriage. I believe a lot of women are not fit for marriage, period. But there are, like the marriage type of 50-50 partnership, right? I think women can, some women can handle, partnership, right? 50-50. I think majority of women can't handle partners or can't handle traditional relationships, right? Traditional marriage, traditional relationships. So, and I've always been a proponent of this, right? I've always said this, where I believe the majority of women, average women, are only qualified for partnership, right? I.e., 50-50, right? Where there's equal distribution, right? You both provide, you both provide, you both do domestic work, you both do childcare, right? I think that's the best fit for modern day women. The days of a woman being a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home wife, should be long and gone for average women, for modern day women. For most women, it's not. I think they don't have the temperament, the mindset to be traditional wives, right? So we'll be talking about that. Tonight, right? We'll see. Again, I think a lot of women, a lot of modern day women are unfit. They don't have the mindset, the temperament to be in traditional relationships. So, all right, let's get started. Thank you everyone for being here. Let's get started with some police cam videos, right? I think police cam videos are fun. I think they show the temperament of women, okay? A lot of women are not ladylike anymore, okay? And I think that's feminism. That's the poison of feminism, okay? A lot of women have the masculine temperament, right? Or maybe not even necessarily, they have the masculine aggression, right? They had the temperament of being emotional, so they always had that. But now they also have Mark. What's up, my brother? You still, thank you, right? Can't wait till you start doing your own thing. Like, Wow, if you know what? I've always wanted to do that, right? Kevin Samuels. I always feel like I would love to get to that level where, I call in women. I mean, have women call in and break it down. I would love to do that. I would love to do that, right? Hold women actually accountable, right, for their actions and words. But it will take a while, right? I'll probably won't get. Who knows if I ever get there? What is up? From personal experience, I think some women think domestic chores and household tasks are beneath them. I agree. I 100% agree. A lot of women think that doing household work are beneath them. And this is why I said, right? A lot of women don't have the temperament, the mindset to, be in traditional relationships. I don't think a lot of women have the temperament or mindset to be in traditional relationships. They're better fitted for 50-50, right? I think a lot of women are better fitted for 50-50 type relationships. They are just not, they just don't have the mindset for it. So, it is what it is. All right. So let's check out some a police cam video, right? I always like to do this because it gives you a good look of, women's instability, right? Women's mindset, women's temperament. So let's check this one out.
Like, all I heard, she was like, yes, I'm white. And all I heard was, well, yes, he's mixed or black. And I was like, that's weird. So I called my baby mom, who's white. I was like, yo, come to my house because...
Yeah. Jeez.
Is it that bad, bro?
I mean, she got you pretty good. Can I see the other side of your arm?
On May 11th, 2023, officers responded to a disturbance inside a high-rise hotel room after reports of a man and woman arguing.
So 1203, male and female, domestic violence. He's stating that he was trying to leave. She attacked him. She was biting. He has video footage of her biting him, but we don't know what happened before that. So pretty much, he has marks on him. She has marks on her.
You said since 1203?
It's at 1203. They're room 1203. So I left her. Yeah, imagine.
I was like, my God, you guys have been holding this for 5.5 hours.
So I left her. She's in the room still. They did do the checkout. This is his ID.
Perfect.
They both denied medical attention. They both have marks, physical marks. She has scratches on her legs.
They're not together right now, are they?
No.
Okay.
So as soon as I got in there, I separated him, brought him down, kept her in the room. So she's in the room still, and he's right down here.
Cool.
How's it going today, sir?
Good, man. How are you doing?
That's yours. Thank you.
What's going on?
I don't want to...
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? I believe the majority of domestic violence is usually both parties are abusive to each other. Maybe not physical, but both parties are doing some form of abuse to each other, right? Either verbal, emotional, physical, whatever. So
Press charges. I just want me and my drunk ex-fiance to go home. That's all.
What happened? Jeez. You okay?
Her phone fell. She broke my phone. She's mad at me now because her phone's broke. I don't want to press charges, but I will press charges if she tries to have broke her phone because she did attack me with wounds. So if she's okay to just understand that my phone broke as well, I will fix her phone in the future. We both go home. I'm perfectly fine, but I literally recorded this just to save my ass. That's all.
No, I got you. What started all this? If you don't mind me asking.
Me taking the ring back 2 months ago, and then me still dating her in and out, and then Monday night I came over to her house, called her a new boyfriend. That caused the issue, but then me and her figured to go out tonight, so we came here, we had a good time, started drinking, brought up the past, and then a little argument started from there, so. But it wasn't like anything that happened.
that's something that us men gotta learn, right? If the relationship is rocky, if the relationship is toxic, walk away. Walk away. I'm sorry. It's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. If things are bad, just walk away. Stop it. Right? Just stop it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the headache.
Rumors of some past events that got to the best of us.
Yeah.
And she's only mad at me now because she thinks that her phone's broke and my phone's not broke.
That's from her biting you?
Yeah, on my face, but...
Jeez.
Is it that bad, bro?
I mean, she got you pretty good. Can I see the other side of your arm?
No, it's nothing. I mean, she bit me
All those scratches?
Well,
Or,
this
oh,
in
that's
the
your
past.
tattoo.
So this is in the past, and it's my, and like I told her, like I got it, like she does it. That's in the past.
Jeez.
I'll show you my back. It's.
Is she always biting? Is that what it causes those?
She likes to hit and fight.
Just
Huh.
my brother, like seriously. I mean, like, this is the thing. I've said this before, right? Men's biggest weakness is women and lust. If men can control their biggest weaknesses, men will be dangerous, right? Badass dangerous, right? No one can mess with men. If you can control your biggest weakness, which is women and lust, that's it, right? No one can control it. She went junkyard dogging him. She did. Brett, what's up, my brother? And that's the thing. It's crazy.
I like it sometimes in a weird sexual way. I'm sorry.
He likes it sometimes. I said this, right? This is the problem. If men can control their lust, men would not be dealing with this shit. This is the fool that can't control his lust. And this is why he is dealing with a domestic violence situation with his insane, crazy-ass girlfriend.
But not this. This wasn't.
Nah, tonight was too much, bro. Like tonight I was just wanting her. All I want to do is just take her home.
Yeah.
She wanted to keep the room. I said no. You're not keeping the room. I'm taking you home, and then.
Yeah.
Like, so. But I don't want to press charges. I don't want to do anything because she's drunk right now. She think I only broke her phone, and like so. I apologize about that. But when she realized that my phone's broke as well.
I have a conspiracy theory, right? I think if a lot of men actually press charges, right? If men actually press charges against women, I think it's a conspiracy theory. I think the statistics would be pretty skewed, right? I think the statistics would be pretty skewed, right? Or it would be definitely different. That's what I believe. I think the majority of violence against men, domestic abuse against men just don't press charges. Men just don't report it. That's my opinion, right? It's just an opinion.
What she did, I know she didn't mean it. I know she didn't. I know she didn't mean anything. Or maybe I'm fucking delusional too. Now maybe I should lock both of us the fuck up tonight so we can go for it. I don't know, but the hitting shit gotta fucking stop, man.
Yeah, that's uncalled for no matter what. Here you go.
Oh, shit.
What's a good phone number for you?
And the cops came to my crib one time. So
What happened then?
same thing. Just fighting me and wouldn't leave the house. But that time I called my big mom's white. And I didn't put like the race car, but like when she was on the phone with the cops, they asked her color. And then asked me, like all I heard, she was like, yes, I'm white. And all I heard was, well, yes, he's mixed or black. And I was like, that's weird. So I called my big mom's, which is white. I was like, yo, come to my house because...
Yeah, they were probably just trying to get a physical description so we knew who to look for. That's because usually finding people is difficult for us. Cause
I get it. It just freaked me the fuck out.
well, no, that's fair. I mean, watch the news, I could see why that would freak you out.
I mean, but I did it respectfully, you know. It wasn't, I didn't yell at the cops. They did their job. I don't know the guys, but...
I got you.
But yeah, I don't want to press charges. I just
want it to be over.
Yeah, but the dumb thing is, man, like, even after tonight, I have to practice not going back myself in 2 days.
When did you guys break up?
Like 2 months ago.
2 months ago?
Yeah, he just...
Every liberal is a liar.
Here we go. What room was it again? 12.
XY, what is up? What is up? I hope, right, when we do a call-in this week, I hope you would join, right? I hope you would join, okay? I think it will be spicy. You know, it will be fun. I think it'll be fun. So I hope you would join XY. All right? It'll be just a fun conversation.
Hey, how you doing? Officer out of Atlanta PD. We hear about the incident that occurred with you and Jamaria. Okay, you might just tell me what happened.
We just were arguing and then smashed my phone.
Not for coming?
Yeah.
You said y'all arguing and whatnot.
Yeah, we were just arguing and I don't know, he fucking smashed my phone.
Usually same time, usual, right? I'll usually have it around 8. It depends on what time I get home from work. Might be a little bit early, but usually it should be around 8, right? If I'm not, if work doesn't stop me, it would usually be around 8.
Obviously, smash your phone.
I just got this fucking phone yesterday. I had a protective glass over it.
I'm not saying what he did. I'm saying how did it occur?
I think we just smashed it on like the table. He smashed it on that front table over there. And then he tried to fucking lock me out of here. So I was yelling like crazy. I literally didn't even have pants on. I was like in the hallway, locked out of the room.
Okay. Did it get physical?
MW, what is up? What is up, my brother? Thank you for being here.
Or anything?
No.
No. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And nothing else happened. Or no further verbal argument, no physical argument, anything?
No.
Okay. All right. Well,
How long y'all been together?
Wednesdays. I try to do it every Wednesday, right? I try to do it every Wednesdays.
Less than a year.
less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
How long on and off?
A year.
A year.
Mm-hmm.
And how long y'all been separated? Because y'all just got back together, correct?
No, we don't even together.
How long y'all been broken up?
Like, I don't know, 4 months or something.
4 months. And I guess y'all together now, y'all just friends or engaged? Nothing.
No.
Where you live at? You got a cut on your leg. Did that happen from you guys? On your right leg? On the front? Right leg.
Thug life.
Congratulations.
Yeah, probably. When we're like out in the hallway.
No, it's not going to turn into that. It's not going to turn into that. It's just a crazy emotional thing.
You need fire rescue?
No.
Okay. You have any weapons on you? In your bag or anything?
No.
Alright, just go ahead and stand up for me. Just put your hands behind your back. And just get in place on the rest of the battery, alright?
What?
I heard, right, when a domestic violence is called in, someone has to get arrested. Right? That's what I've heard, right? So I'm not sure if that's true or not, but what I've heard, if a domestic violence call, with a domestic violence call, someone has to be arrested. And the guy had proof, right? He had proof of her attacking him. So
Do you want us to take your stuff to property and evidence? Or do you want him to take your stuff?
Who would take my stuff?
Jamario?
Yeah. I mean, you can take some stuff, but they're not gonna let you take this big bag. Like, you can take your phone, your wallet, money, ID, that type of stuff.
No.
You want us to take it to property and evidence, or you want us to leave it with him?
You have been arrested before?
No.
In Orange County?
No.
I'm gonna remove this bracelet and just stick it in your purse, alright?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's count this out.
Okay. Now, Christine, set that.
Christine, will count your money out in front of you, all right? Do you want us to take that back to proper evidence, or you want him to take it?
Is he still here?
He's downstairs. It's not him pressing charges, it's the state of Florida.
The state. See, that's probably why someone has to be arrested, because the state is pressing charges. That's interesting.
No, he doesn't want to press charges, we still got to take you to jail. Okay? Do you want to take the bag, or you want him? If we take the bag, you got to come down to 180.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, come pick it up, proper evidence.
Just give it to him.
Okay. We'll leave it in the room. We'll let him know. Is there anything in here you want to take out of here?
Well, they're checked out, so I can take it down.
Oh, okay.
Can I get a spoon out the water, please? No, I mean,
These are here? Do you want to take these or no?
well, what can I get when I get bailed out or whatever?
You can get whatever's in this bag.
That's it.
Yeah, because they're not going to take this thing. This is going to have to go to our proper evidence, so you have to leave the jail, go to our proper evidence during Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll get this to him for now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can I get the keys, with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna put all this is going with you. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in here. Can't take that though, babe. They ain't gonna let you take it.
Can you put it in your purse, please?
It can't go in your purse. Well, it was pretty much at any point. If they live together, kids together, ex-spouses.
So there's they do have domestic up here, but if they're like just dating, even if they look.
Evil Eddie. No, I mean maybe, but I mean she's an abusive girlfriend. That I know, right? She's not a she's not that, or at least far as I know, right? She's just an abusive person.
Yeah, if the separation is within 6 months, then you do it for dating violence instead of domestic. But it's the same thing, it's just a different title. Who do you want to take possession of your bag? Who do you want to take possession of your bag? What's his name? Saying she wants you to take possession of her bag, alright?
Where's she going?
She's going to jail for domestic violence or dating violence. It's not because you want to press charges, but it's because of the state of Florida.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Like you don't have a choice.
She wants you to take, she's not mad at you, she just wants you to take the bag for her, okay?
He's having trouble uploading the video with evidence.com.
That's right. He's out video too, so he's going to
Okay.
upload it.
I understand you don't want to fill this out, that's fine.
This is a thing where you wonder why, right? Men prefer to be stoic. Men prefer not to be emotional, right? Being emotional leads you to stupid shit like this. Being emotional leads you to stupid shit like this. Plus, having women and lust as your weakness leads you to stupid shit like this, right? This is why men prefer to be in control of themselves, control the situation, because it could lead to crazy, stupid shit like this.
Put it in the comfort now. We can put it in the comfort now. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I thought it was I didn't watch this, so I didn't know I thought there would be a little bit more, but it's okay. All right, let's check out this video, right? This is like, I think this video is going to show what I mean by tonight. I think this video will show pretty much what I mean, all right? Best of luck to her. Exactly. Best of luck to her. All right. Let's check out this video.
What makes it false? Oh, I think the fact that if a woman is willing to disrespect, better yet, if you're willing to disrespect on the internet, you willing to disrespect in person.
Yeah, I'm not above disrespecting anybody, but I'm.
Like I said tonight, right? Unruly women cannot be led. Unruly women cannot be led. This is the problem with so many women. Control means you take accountability for your own emotions and actions. A lot of women I know would much rather outsource control and direction to their future male partners. I mean, again, because they may lack accountability, right? And they may lack control. So outsourcing control makes more sense, right? Outsourcing control makes more sense. But this is the problem where a lot of women, they can't do it. They cannot do it. They cannot, they don't want to outsource it and they can't control it. So
I am above disrespecting somebody unprovoked.
Yeah, that's the disconnect I'm having, because we shouldn't be disrespecting the men at all.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I feel like they just.
I know. I just wanted to be clear.
Now, wait. So, I guess we're in this picture perfect world again, where the men don't do anything. So, no, granted, I don't think we should just be disrespecting niggas like that at all. But sometimes it's like, what you just supposed to just sit there and just take?
What do you take? What? No, there's nothing that warrants us to disrespect a black man. No, nothing.
Not even him. Not even him being disrespectful.
Yeah, you can go with that. I ain't
because what y'all not thinking about is how we're disrespecting them. Like, it happens all the time up here. We don't. We're running.
And we have seen a lot of men disrespect women too. And
right.
I don't think now.
Us right now though.
And I understand that. But at the end of the day, you respect me, I respect you. Bottom line. Now, you're not just about to go out your way to say just some crazy, freaking outlandish stuff.
I love what Evil Eddie said, right? The difference between feeling disrespected and having zero impulse control. This is a thing where, for me, I just walk away, right? I just walk away because shit like this is tiring, right? If it was an actual girlfriend, I'll walk away. I'm tired because it's like, I think a lot of women, they seek out and want drama. They want, chaos.
Me and think that I'm not going to say nothing back to you. Now, I may not go full throttle, but I'm definitely going to get you together because what? Now, we just not about, yes, we're going to big them up. They need to be loved. I'm with their black power. Yes, we love them. But just to be there and just sitting there.
You can get somebody together?
But the fact that you think you can get a man together, though, that's the problem. That's
I'm just telling you respect me. I respect you.
Now, when we saying get them together, like, they may still be who they are, but
go ahead.
It's slang.
Yeah.
I'm disrespecting you back.
Now, she may not say, she probably say, F you, but
you're disrespecting them back. This is why I said this. Toxic people attract toxic people. Right? Toxic people attract toxic people. It's a controversial thing, right? If your man is abusive, most likely you are an abusive person yourself. This is what I believe, right? And you could be, you don't have to be abusive physically, but I'm pretty sure you probably abusive verbally and emotionally. So I think, this is, in my honest opinion, I think it's rare, in my opinion, or at least maybe not rare, but it's definitely the minority, right? The minority where it's such a good, good Christian woman with a extremely devil of a man. I think it's rare, or maybe I'm not saying rare, right? I'm sorry, I'm not saying rare. I think it's the really small minority. I think the majority of the cases are both people are toxic in some ways, right?
she ain't gonna say F your mother. You know, there's a line.
So y'all don't agree with the previous video then? Not the one he just played, but the one before that. So y'all don't agree with that then?
Did you just hear what I said or no?
No, I did.
But as far as her saying like, oh, we just be disrespecting them, like they don't be being disrespectful too. I ain't like that because they be being disrespectful.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah,
and that's when they get disrespected back.
Yeah, we're just not going to sit there and just like.
But
you
if
said,
you value yourself, you can still withhold your composure as a woman and still state your concerns in your way that doesn't have to be disrespectful.
Nobody. So you can no wait.
That
Miss
towards our men, but no man on the street who I ain't dating, I ain't doing nothing with, and we ain't got to have that type of relationship. You better not disrespect me.
And then y'all get the disrespect all together. Like I have seen women
But
come up here
y'all
and be, wait 1 second, because I have seen women come up here as well and be very disrespectful, very catty, and very facetious. Because that's the word that I like to use a lot.
Me too.
So what I'm saying is, when I say I'm going to get you together, I'm going to get you together. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know, and that doesn't mean I'm going to be hooping and hollering and cursing you out and calling you everything but the blood of Jesus. But I'm going to get you together. I'm not just about to sit there and just be yes, master, because he's a man. My man and a man that's respecting me, yes. But just because you a man.
Yeah, and then
how you treat others, right? This is the problem, right? This is the thing where I want to say this, right? Why do women constantly say, you know what, men lie, men lie. Do they? Do men actually lie? Or, you know what, you're just too stupid to actually see the red flags or actually care about them. Here's a woman that says, right? Oh, you know what? I'll treat my man different than I'll treat other men. That is a red flag, okay? That is a red flag. Now, I'm not saying you have sex. You're just random men, with what you do with, you know, your actual man. But no, how you treat others is a good reflection of how you treat the people that's around you, the people that you would love, okay? It's not an exact one-to-one, but it's like, if you are disrespectful, if you yell, or if you scream, if you're disrespectful, you insult, you shame others, right? There is a high chance probability that you will bring that energy into a relationship. Now, it may not be all the time, but let's say if you're mad, right? Let's say if you're mad, you'll bring that energy into that relationship, right? If you're emotional, whenever you're extremely emotional, you will bring that energy into the relationship, because now because that right there, how you treat the world, is usually who you are. But when you're with your partner, you control yourself, right? Because you're trying to control yourself. You're trying to not be that, you know, that red flag that you see. You try not to be. But when you are emotional, when you are, you know, at your unstable points, who you really are will really show. Okay? Because that right there, right? That part where you just let go against the world is you unfiltered, uncontrolled, right? That you're not controlling yourself, you are letting yourself go. So you freely disrespect everyone else. But when you're with your partner, you are controlling yourself. You're not allowing who you are. You're not letting yourself unfiltered, right? But that person will be let out whenever you get emotional. So here, people who say that, you know what, I treat my man different than I treat other people. That just shows you you're two-faced. That shows you that you're two-faced. That shows you that when that facade, that mask of yours come off in arguments, in kind of certain situations, you are going to show your true face. You are going to show your true face. I've said this to every girl I date. Who you see right now is who you'll get until my deathbed, right? You're not going to see two-faced. I'm not going to treat that person amazingly, and I'm going to treat you like shit. I'm not going to treat that other person like shit and then treat you amazingly. No, that's not how I do it. I always believe have consistent logic, right? So I'm consistent with my actions. And that shows you, right? A man that, you know what? The man that not lying? No. Not lying is not the real thing, right? It's ignoring red flags. I think it's a red flag when you see your man treat other people like shit, but he treats you like a queen. That is a red flag.
I heard her say, you know, we the only culture or whatever race that disrespect our men, and the statistics is just as high for black men against women. They disrespect.
Exactly. Dangoon. Dangoon, exactly. Generally, you can tell the quality of a person not by their words, but by their actions. Correct. I agree.
That's the most well as a culture.
But how does that change our part of it though? How does that change?
It doesn't. We take.
Right.
I'm gonna take accountability. I'm gonna always take accountability, but I'm also gonna take accountability and let you know what you do. I'm doing back. Period. Whether you're a man, a woman, whoever. That's just how it goes.
But so are you being an adult or are you being a child at that point? Because
I'm gonna be an equal adult. I'm gonna be an equal
if your
adult.
children
Don't
are
say
watching
nothing to me
you,
that you don't want me
they're
to say.
seeing how to emulate you as a woman. Your daughter's seeing how to emulate you as a woman in relationship with a man.
But this is what I'm saying. We are y'all be living in these picture perfect worlds, and I
It's
know
not picture perfect.
It is because it is a picture perfect because I can guarantee every last one of y'all has said some crazy stuff to y'all partner. And this is why I say y'all take the rash. Y'all want to go all the way to Mars, and we not even talk about that. Disrespect can be very subtle. Disrespect can be very little. What I'm saying is no, like.
I don't like how you brought the kids into it, wife school. I think we were good where we at. You don't have to like it because
because most of the same my daughter may not be around the men to see me argue. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is they disrespect us too and they deserve it back.
Well,
then don't be with them. This is the thing where why lower yourself to toxic people? I hate this shit, right? If you cheat on me, I'm gonna cheat on you. Right? If you cheat on me, I will cheat on you. Oh, that shit. No. If you cheat on me, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to label myself as a cheater, right? To lower my morality, lower my values because of you. No. That's being an adult. That's being a civilized, intelligent adult. An adult that's in control of their emotions, of who they are. I'm not going to cheat on you because you cheat on me. I'm just going to walk away. I'm going to walk away and not deal with you. This is the unruliness of people, right? Unruliness of women. When you are controlled by your emotions. If you're disrespectful to me, I'm going to be disrespectful to you. Then you know what? You were never a respectful person to begin with, right? You were never a respectful person to begin with because that's not your character, right? You are putting a facade of respect. It's fake respect. Right? It's fake respect because it's not you. Right? Because it doesn't come natural to you to just respect people. Laughing man.
It's all a part of it.
But they want to take these ghetto extremes and just make it seem like we're just being some apes and just cursing these mans out and beating on our chests. No. What we're saying is you come at me, we're going to give you that right back. It doesn't mean that it's going to be all dramatic, but no, I'm going to get you together.
It's 2025. They're going to
do it the way you do. And if you get the results you get, blame anybody else but yourself. And that's just the reality.
I get what you're saying, but I'm 5'1" and ain't no way I'm beating no man. So I'm not going to try.
Ain't nobody saying about beating nobody else.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But this is what I said, though. She want to take these vast like who said anything about
fighting the man, Coach Shay?
Nobody said nothing about fighting nobody.
Yeah, nobody said. But what I'm saying is, if it's a level of disrespect, then that's if a man if he feels disrespected, you can get them hands.
What I'm saying. You missed my whole point. No, you missed my whole point.
And that's when I'm going to go get my brother.
I'm going to get my brother. You know what? I love that she said that. I love that she said that. Right? There's a theory I have. Right? There's a theory I have. Okay. You know, a lot of people say that the majority of violence is committed by men, right? The majority of violence is committed by men. Okay, I agree. The majority of violence is committed by men. But, caveat, I have no study for it. There's no study I have. So, again, this is my own opinion, right? I make it. This is an assumption. This is my own conspiracy theory, right? This is my own conspiracy theory. So, this is a conspiracy theory I have. She said, if my man does something to me, I'm going to get my brother. I have a conspiracy theory that the majority of men, right, that, let's say, attack other men, right? So men are violent, right? I believe that there's a woman behind them. I believe that there's a woman behind a man. So, Dark Clorox, what's up, my brother? I believe a lot of the violence statistics on men, there's a bit of percentage of it that women are behind it. What I mean by that? So I think a lot of times women aim men, right? They use men as a gun. They use men as the gun, right? So they aim men at other men. I believe if you include that into the statistics, I think there'll be a bit of a changing of statistics, right? This is the thing where a lot of women, okay, they aim a man, their brother, their father, their man, right? Their boyfriend, their husband, whatever. They aim said man at another man, right? Just like this woman said, right? If that man does anything to me, I'm going to get my brother. I believe a lot of women do that. I believe a lot of women, I don't have statistics, I don't have numbers. This is just my opinion, okay? But I believe a lot of women aim men at other men. So that's why their hands are not dirty, right? Their hands are not covered in blood. The men will do it. So said men will kill other men, right? By the behest of women. I think that would change the statistics. Oh, right? Oh, most men commit, majority of violence is committed by men. Yes. But the nuance, a lot of it could be a woman aiming a man at another man. Just an opinion.
No, wait, hold on, Ashay, because she missed my whole point. Because the point
I didn't miss your point.
You did, yo, and I'm about to break it down because you missed my point because I plain out and told you it was never disrespectful. I also gave you an example. I also gave you an example of how you can be very disrespectful and be cool, calm, and collective.
And it's okay for him to want to throw hands because a female disrespected him. Where that draw the line at that? Oh, this is a female. You ain't supposed to put your hands on it.
I never said that. All I'm saying is I understand my role as a woman. There's no way I'm going to disrespect a man because it can get a little greasy. And if he feels like he's gonna beat me, period. Like I'm not gonna try to fight no man. And those are the extremes because when you
have you ever been in that situation where
a man versus a woman, you have to understand. Like you're the weaker one every time.
So you are saying that, Coach Tay?
Yeah, I'm the weaker one, but I'm also not a fucking doormat neither.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm not talking about being a doormat.
That's some doormat shit to sit there and just let somebody disrespect you, and then you just gonna sit there and just gonna take it because then they got a penis. Fuck all of that.
Got no brothers, no dads. Like
I said it. You think I'm telling you, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of these B-dubs, right? A lot of these B-dubs could probably be single mothers, right? Probably no man, no husband, maybe no boyfriend. I said it. I'm sorry. This is the thing where I said this. I feel bad for black men in a way, but I'll hold black men accountable because they allowed this shit to happen. Right? But they cannot lead women like this. Men cannot lead women like this. You can't. You cannot. I'm sorry. This is the problem. You can't lead the black community. You can't lead women in general if women are like this.
Well, I ain't calling no brothers and no daddies and nothing like that for somebody disrespecting me. I'm gonna give him this. No. But I'm saying I'm not gonna call no brothers and I'm not gonna call no daddies for no shit like that.
We still stuck on the fighting aspect, so no. But like at the end of the day, like I said, Coach Tay, we love our man down. We love them down. We love them down. We're not gonna be disrespectful to no nigga just because it's fucking Sunday and it's raining. Like no. All we're saying is, as humans, we know that we're still working, and we just need to respect each other, brother and sisters.
You
right? But you ain't just gonna sit over here and play on my top, and it ain't gonna be nothing just because you got a dick.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
See, what's being articulated is there's escalation points that you don't control, and so the men that are closer to you, you probably can be more likely to get that off. I would actually, it would behoove you to show deference to men that you don't know, especially because you don't determine the repercussion of said action if it is disrespect, right? And the truth is, right, if what Coach Tay says that may happen can happen, then I just want we to make sure that we cognizant of that while we walk around in the earth. Because here's the honest truth: if a man went there with you, especially when he don't know you, you are a doormat. In a real life example. So I'm just saying, think about what she's saying, and hopefully that is extreme and it never happens. But with random men to be disrespectful, you may be walking a fine line because you don't determine the outcomes of it.
I mean, men are changing. Today, right? Men are changing. You don't just disrespect random men. You just don't. I'm sorry. Right? Men, I mean, like, again, you know, the few men that would respect women, even if women are disrespectful to them, I think are decreasing. I think the men that would respect women just because they're women are decreasing. We're seeing it more and more right now. We're seeing more and more that any woman that disrespects a man, lays a hand on a man, he has no problem of doing the same to her. He has no problem of doing the same to her. I'm seeing it more and more, right? Well, I'm pretty sure we all are seeing videos of men just not holding back anymore. We are seeing it more and more right now. And this is the problem, because women like these, right? Women these ages have been growing up thinking they're equal to men, thinking that, you know, no man can disrespect them, right? No man can disrespect them. No man can say shit to them. I'm sorry. You got to learn your place. It's like, this is the problem, right? We live in an unfair world. That's the problem with a lot of women. You don't know your place. I'm sorry. And probably this is why a lot of women would aim another man at a man, right? Just to attack him. But again, you know, that's a crazy thing. Big Bars, what's up, my brother?
Yeah, it's a fine line for sure.
Did y'all?
You see what I'm saying though? Right? I'm saying the random man, like, just coming out, like, just going crazy, like, because
even with that,
you are a doormat though, you know, to a lot of men, just because you guys are like average size women, right? Like it is a very volatile and dangerous situation to be sticking up for yourself, you know, just because you don't know what.
Do that. I hate when y'all do that because.
But you literally not listening to me, right? And then you're trying to interject and talk while I'm talking, right? I'm trying to convey the point. If you don't agree, wait till I'm done, because I'm also speaking to everybody in the chat too. Right? Like you said, the disrespect can be subtle. That would be that. So I'm articulating the point because I want y'all to hear it, because it's a point that has to be articulated clearly, because it's a dangerous point if people don't understand what it is that I'm saying. That's why I don't want y'all to interject while I'm making that point. Random men, you never know. So if you're trying to meet disrespect with disrespect, you have to be prepared for the extreme outcomes, because if it does happen, that quote unquote doormat thing is a real probability, just because of the physical prowess that the Most High gave us, right? That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, sir.
You made the point.
No, make the point you were gonna make, because you said you hate when we do this. I was trying to make sure y'all understood that, because that worries me,
like,
you know.
We heard that from the beginning.
But you're not acknowledging it, right? You have this disposition, like you ignore.
We agree. Right? That wasn't the disposition. The disposition was that just because you can correct somebody or say something, you don't have to be combative. You don't have to be combative to just.
Dangoon, I think the best way to view unruly women is to see them as men with little D's and take it out by being irritable with everyone else.
Just have some type of self-respect for yourself. You don't have to be outraged.
But look at think about this. Look at the liberty you taking with me, because we have a relationship.
I'm having a conversation with you.
Well, but see, you don't, because you can't even see yourself, right? But you look at the liberty you taking it with me. So now somebody random who you don't even know, you never even like, what's the escalation point, or does he get more respect because you don't know him? How does that work?
I'm not about to do this with you, but you got it.
No, I'm asking because it's a real time. Because if you want to assess something, let's assess it. Right? So is it going to be subtle? Is it going to be, sir, please don't disrespect me? Or is it going to be met with the same energy? The chances are is that it's going to be met with the same energy he gave you. And so now
chances are you don't know me and how I move in real life. So
such a BS, right? You don't know me how I move in real life. This you are comfortable with this man, right? And you act like this. I think you will act worse with a man that you don't know and is disrespecting you. So I'm sorry, this is the problem with a lot of modern day women.
100%. So, right? So now, let's say you already mad, right? And so you got a disposition. And he says some foul shit, you don't like it. Am I supposed to assume that you're not going to meet fire with fire? That's not what Ari was saying. Heck, the same energy is going to happen. And so I'm saying you have to be wary of responding in kind, because you don't know the outcomes. That's what I'm saying. Is there an issue with that statement, or does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's why.
Because when I get mad and frustrated, I don't care neither.
Mhm.
So I ain't scared of nobody. She get mad, she don't care. I don't know, but I don't know if it's as much as I don't care. And so what happens when once I stop caring?
This is a thing where back in the day, this is why being a lady, right, meant something, right? This is why the importance of being a lady. I'm sorry. Women were taught to be a lady because it was a smart thing to do, right? It was a logical thing to do. I'm sorry, right? As much as you hate the world, as much as you may think the world's unfair, it is what it is. That is the world, right? Being a lady shows you that you have some decorum, you have some respect, you have some self-control, right? Because a lot of women in the past know that if you let your emotions loose, and if you let your emotions loose against the wrong person, i.e. maybe the wrong man, that shit won't fly. And this is a problem with a lot of women saying, oh, men are dangerous. Yes, men are dangerous. But yet you say men are dangerous, yet you act like an idiot. Do you even believe men are dangerous? I can't believe, right? The same women that say men are dangerous, yet they will go out late at night, right? To clubs, bars, and shit. They would dress provocatively. Okay, I'm not saying that, go dressed as burqas and stay home all the time. But on the same token, you can't believe men are dangerous and then have no caution in life. It's weird to me. So do you believe men are dangerous, or did you just stupid to it?
People get hurt or I get hurt. That's what happens when
As I said, you go to the extreme.
Yeah. And
Egos get
that's what I'm
involved,
saying.
all of that.
Yeah.
So that's just the thing that we really got to sort out when we having that conversation. Because shit get real quick and it don't go how we think it's gonna go. Go ahead, Kylie, you want to say something?
And
nope.
Oh, go ahead, Ari.
But that kind of reminds me of basically that's putting into words with me and is it Kylie?
Callie? Yeah.
Kylie was saying like when she was like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go get my dads or my brothers. Like, I don't know if this was your thought process with it though, but bringing another black male or men that got jobs or homes and families and stuff into this type of situation when it don't need to be that. At that point, that's when you can make adult decisions. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that because again, egos get involved, stuff go to the extreme. You disrespect, they're getting disrespectful. So I do agree with that part. But as far as they just being disrespectful, people kind of get on the same level.
And that's the thing where I think being an actual adult now, I mean, nothing is 100%, right? But being an actual adult, just like Evil Eddie said, have impulse control, have some control, accountability. It's like, again, it took me a while, right? I've been learning to be accountable, right? Be accountable for my actions, be in control of yourself. It's very important.
Yeah, and Callie's simply saying that because the outcomes with men, especially in our environment now, is somebody going to die.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I definitely understand that.
Yeah. But in haste, we can say things in haste, right? Ari, because you was like, nigga, so what it is, my nigga. I'm gonna go get my brother and I'm gonna fight you while your brother fight him,
but
right?
that's really not the ideal thing, though.
Yeah,
because you are taking another black male, you taking this black man out of the family.
He got a family.
He may be dead, you going to jail. So then that's two fathers going, two husbands going, two melanins out of our community,
And that's why I made the statement that I did. Just going back to us,
can't see you.
My lights went out in the neighborhood. My computer's still on. Is that a problem, Ham? Yes.
Well, okay, is it like pitch black where you at?
Yeah, it's pitch black. Like, help it be better. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he may have been crazy at the moment, but we know that we may be inflammatory to that. So sometimes you do got to take a couple of breaths and think about what you say before it comes out of your mouth. And this is something I had to learn. It's not none that I'm pushing off or whatever, but I just think it's something that we can be better on as women, and I think it will be better because
I think it'd be impossible. I mean, not impossible. I think it's very hard because modern day women have no impulse control. I think modern day women have no impulse control. They can't control themselves. I'm sorry. They can't. I think that we are creating a generation of women who have no care for controlling themselves, right? I think we have a generation of women that don't want to control themselves, right? No one controls them, not the government, not their parents, not other women, not even men. So yeah, women will say the shit they want to say. So, but what do you guys think? All right, there's this video that I want to check out. I haven't seen it yet, so I hope it's good, right? I haven't seen it yet, so I hope it's good. This woman her name is Stevie. So I hope it's a good video, right? So we'll see. Right? This is the main video for tonight. We're gonna watch other stuff, but let's check this one out.
As an ex-liberal, I used to think that I really didn't care about having kids when I grew up. When I was in my early 20s, all I really cared about was being this like fierce, independent, bad bitch who was just making a ton of money and succeeding at work and therefore impressing people around me through like capital power. I thought at the time that it was unique, and in reality it was just like pick me girl energy. But apparently this is the new norm for Gen Z women, because the fertility rate in the United States has dropped to 1.58, which is the lowest it's ever been in history. And once we take a look at how feminine...
I didn't know it was that low. 1.58. Not good. Not good. This is a thing where, this is why I said, right? I've said this before, my brothers. I've said this before to my brothers that I believe, one, work on yourself. Try to be the best version of yourself and get a passport. Travel the world. Travel the world, because honestly, let's let these types of women, not her, because she said she's an ex-liberal, right? But let's let the feminists die out. Let the feminists die out, because honestly, they're unruly, they're crazy, they will just ruin your life. So let them die out. Let them be single, old, single, and childless.
Has failed all of us. It starts to make more sense. And maybe feminism started with this noble intention, but it has quickly spiraled out of control, creating a disaster, especially for women. Before we move forward with the rest of the video, I need to say a quick thank you to CyberGhost VPN for sponsoring and selling this activity. Cyber iOS share with my in this video on the smallest of details like their haircut or their shoes. Don't even think about getting married until you're 35, end up being single anyways, freeze your eggs at 37, adopt a cat, never get married, and then die alongside your girl gang when you're 90. That's the feminist dream that we've been sold. And nobody has said the quiet part out loud, which is, this was just the bachelor male fantasy from the 1970s, until we told them that they needed to grow up. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should or that it's good for you. We have seen that this has only made women less happy. Every single study on female happiness has only proven this point over the past 20 years. In the 2025 Gallup poll, young liberal women were identified as the most unhappy demographic in all of America.
Out from a woman's mouth. Out from a woman's mouth, right? A poll, right? A poll demonstrated that liberal women, most likely probably single, are the most unhappiest. We constantly been pushed out this thing that, oh, single women are the happiest. Are they? Are single women actually the happiest?
In the general social survey, childless women over 40 reported the highest regret levels of any group. UK ONS 2024 reported that women who had their first...
Like a Dangoon said, multiple industries are incentivized to let women have poor impulse control. Idol industry, makeup, plastic surgery, fashion, social media. Again, yeah. I mean, like with women, again, women with poor impulse control. It is very it's good money maker, right? Women with poor impulse control is a good money maker.
child after 35 are twice as likely to be on antidepressants than women who had them before 30. Liberal women under 30 and single are the most unhappy demographic in America, and that's a 40-point gap between liberal women and conservative women. Harvard Youth Poll from spring 2025 did a survey and found that only 48% of Gen Z say that having children is important to them, which is down from 70% of millennials when they were surveyed at that same age. NBC and Gallup also found that young women, when asked to rank 12 life priorities, they put having children as the last priority at number 12, with conservative Gen Z men ranking it as first. The false narrative and the false feminist dream that we've been sold was already bad, but the woke left is continuing to push things even further with their crazy anti-family rhetoric. There's several major misconceptions that they're pushing forward. Some of the main lies that the left still believes and is clearly impacting young women and their choices to start families or not start families starts with number one, that the world is going to end, that climate change is going to wipe us all out of existence. There's no point of bringing children into the world because we're ruining the earth that we live off of. We have seen Democrat politicians basically act like doomsday preppers, saying that we only have 10 years, we only have 12 years left before the earth ends, before humanity ends because of climate change.
How many years until the world ends again? We have 12 years left to cut emissions by at least 50%, if not more. And for everyone who wants to make a joke about that, you may laugh, but your grandkids will not.
While I was still in...
You don't even want to have kids, so why does it matter? Liberals, right, don't even want to have kids. So why does it matter if your grandkids won't laugh? You won't even have grandkids, right? Yeah, we're going to win this gender war when we decide to quiet quit these Western women and let them live in their delusion. 100%. Antics, 100%. This is why I said, right? My brothers, I've said this before. Leave them alone. Don't approach. Don't bother them, right? Good men, right? Good men, leave these women alone. Leave them alone. Let them suffer in their misery. Let them suffer in their misery. What I want you guys to do is improve yourself. Be the best version of yourself and get a passport. Travel the world. Travel the world. Create your family with a woman outside of the world, outside of the Western, Western society.
In the Democratic Party, or when I was more liberal, I did see constant chatter amongst other liberals that they look down on conservative doomsday preppers because they think they're ridiculous and they're conspiracy theorists. Meanwhile, we have seen for the past at least 10 years, Democrats have been the biggest doomsday people, telling us that the world is going to end. Well, guess what? It is still here. 12 years later, it is still here. In fact, Bill Gates actually just retracted his whole theory that if we didn't make drastic changes to prevent a climate disaster, that we would all die. He published a book and made a ton of money off of how to avoid a climate disaster, which I actually read at the time. So we're seeing this retraction in their statements because clearly they were wrong. The second lie that I want to talk about is the lie that you don't have enough money and it's super expensive to have a baby. You have to have all this money saved up and you have to own a home, no mortgage, etc. I don't think anyone is under the impression that having children is cheap, but if we take into account the spending habits of Gen Z, it starts to really highlight where their spending priorities are. Because if it was for saving to buy a home or to start a family, we would see a lot less consumerism, which is mostly driven by Gen Z.
Well, for me, right, I think I would, right? If I am going to, let's say if I'm going to marry outside of the country, I'm probably going to bring, the woman I'm with back because this is where I live, right? This is where I live. This is where my money is. This is where my, I'm not saying that I'm going to retire here, but I'm going to live and, make money here, right? But it's how you do it, right? It's how you do it. It's not an automatic thing where if you bring a woman from a different country into the U.S., automatically they become feminists, right? Again, it's how you treat her, right? It's how you treat her. It's how you go about a lot of things, right? So,
with the rise of Instagram and TikTok, Gen Z is the generation with some of the most purchasing power because they're willing to spend money on such disposable items at all times.
Every day, and it won't stop.
I've been seeing this, right? I mean, like, I just recently did a video of like people like standing out.
Advertising young liberal women.
I recently did a video of people standing out of a shoe store, sneaker store, to buy Pharrell's new Adidas sneakers. Yeah, cost of living is so high, you are camping out to buy sneakers. Probably pretty expensive sneakers too.
Target with advertising because everyone knows that they spend money on useless things. I actually am aware of this because on YouTube, women and young women are exceptionally more valuable to Google AdSense than men. And yet we see all these women saying that like they need financial freedom and they don't have the financial stability, and it's maybe the economy's fault and Trump's fault and maybe it's inflation's fault, when in reality we see them consistently dig their own holes of debt. Watch.
The way women want, this is the thing where I said the cost of living isn't high. The cost of luxury is. That is the problem with a lot of women.
It has nothing to do with the economy and the cost of living having gone up so much, because when I was younger, my mom didn't take us to the hair salon. We cut our hair at home. We never dyed our hair. She never got our nails done at the salon. We did everything at home. We didn't go out to buy coffee and matcha and treat ourselves. She was saving money all the time, and she was still working a corporate job, and she was, you know, had the freedom to buy herself whatever she wanted, but she was making the choice to save money. This has nothing to do with the benefits of feminism, because at the time she was still enjoying the freedom to work and the choice to have a family and the right to vote. And she wasn't falling victim to the predation of consumerism. The next lie is that having kids is selfish, and if you are white, it is a form of oppression. This is one of the most ridiculous arguments that I hear, but it is actually very, very popular amongst liberal and far left circles. Women are truly convinced that they are taking a stand for the greater social good by deciding not to reproduce if they are white and if they're liberal, and we see them kind of using this as some sort of stake against the system, when in reality, they're just deciding to choose to end their own bloodline because rent is a little bit high for them. They won't be able to buy their like extra coffees every day.
Child-free and the freedom it gives me, not only in my finances, but my entire life, is something I wouldn't trade for the world. If I'm in a toxic job, I can just quit. No worrying about my child's healthcare or another mouth to feed. If I don't like where I'm living, I can just move. No worrying about my kid transferring schools or living in an area with the best school district. Daycare costs, food, diapers, clothes, 529 plan. All of that gets directed to my retirement so I can stop working earlier and have freedom and choice. The birth rate panic, it's because rich people need crops of new humans to exploit so they can keep raking in billions while people are suffering. And I'm not going to give them that. Being child-free to me is...
That is kind of a stupid thing, right? To think that it's a rich. I'm not saying that wouldn't probably benefit the rich, right? I mean, again, labor force is something. But that ideology, oh, I care about the rich. Well, then, if your parents cared about the rich, you wouldn't be born. You hate your life that much? If your grandparents cared about the rich so much, you think your parents? It's like, with that mentality, you might as well just start offing people. That's the insanity of like people who are against populating the world. Are you stupid? We are humans. It's like a natural instinct to want to populate the world. every creature on this planet, right? One of the purposes of like animals, of creatures, is population, right? It's surviving, right? It's food and populating. That's in the DNA of people. That's the DNA of animals, right? Of pretty much every living being on this earth, that is in the DNA to do. Humans think that they're so civilized that, oh, now it's crazy to care about the birth rate. No, it's crazy not to. It's crazy not to care about it.
Freedom, and it's also an act of resistance. If they wanted me to have a child, they should have built a world I'd be proud to bring a child into.
But I'll say this, right? Let these women die off. Let these women die off. If more men, right? If more men focus on going outside the world, right? Outside of the West to find a woman, these women would be, honestly, they would be very worried, right? If more of these women, right, see that good men are going outside of the Western world, the Western countries to find women,
I think what's especially concerning is content like this that we see coming from Black and other minority women that are openly bashing white women.
This week, I have been speaking about white women and the damage that they do more than white men, because white men, everybody knows white men are the villains. Everybody knows they're Thanos. But white women get to be patriarchy princesses and enablers of evil and get to hide behind the blonde, behind the damsel in distress, but get to do immense damage and get not enough of the smoke. Because for every system of oppression to work, even some of the oppressed have to be a part of the helpers of the main oppressors. So if white men are the main oppressors, who do you think are their assistants? Who do you think are their right-hand chief of staffs? White women. So when I asked for white women to get out of my DMs and stop bringing foolishness to me, I meant it. But when I also said I'm going to stop protecting you and I will put you on blast when you do, I also meant that.
And making them feel guilty, like they are.
It's fun. You think women can group up? They don't like each other. Women don't even like each other, right? So I always think that's funny. The sisterhood, they don't even like each other. Yeah, she was racist, right? I'm definitely gonna do videos on talking about the racism, right? Beware of that. Check out my second channel, right? Devil's Avocado. I have a few videos about, race. I'm going to try to do the videos on race. I'm going to put it on that channel, right? I'm going to put that channel because my Devil's Advocate, I'm going to try to leave it maybe a little bit more men and women dynamics. So more race-oriented videos, I'm going to put on that channel. Man face.
Somehow purposefully oppressing minorities, when in reality all minority women that are American citizens have the same civil rights, and anything else is really a subjective discussion. But when people talk with such aggression and such assurance this way to those young Gen Z liberals, I can see why they fall victim to thinking like, I am part of the problem. I need to help these people. I want to be on the right side of history. I want to be the Black girl's friend. I want them to know that I'm a good one. And they think that they're being accepted into this cool community of minorities, which nobody can deny that the minority victimhood has been serving privileges to these people that white people have not been able to reap for quite a while. So it's not like being in the minority is really that horrifying. In fact, most people in liberal cities want to identify as some kind of minority or disabled person so that they can reap the benefits and the moral high ground.
We have here another cis white woman attacking. I tell you what, cis white women are the maintainers.
I really think white women are funny. I really think white women are funny. To to say, oh, white women, white men. It's like, have you not looked in the mirror?
Of structural oppression over every other demographic. I absolutely would die on this hill. Every single form of structural oppression is maintained predominantly by cis white women like this.
So it kind of makes sense when we see people like this talk this way, and then we see young white girls in blue states and blue cities that are in college or just newly graduated who want to be in the in circle. And unfortunately, they are becoming more and more brainwashed into thinking that this is the right way to go about life. To think that because you are white and you live in New York City or you live in LA, if you have kids, you are somehow literally ruining someone else's life. When in reality, the beauty of having your own kids is that you can teach them to be what you think is a good person, and they could be a good force in the world. Just imagine telling a bunch of white Irish immigrants that came here during the famine that they need to self-delete and they can't have kids actually because in a few decades you're going to actually be more successful than you are now, and you're going to be privileged. So we need to prevent all of that from happening. You can't have kids. And the last lie is that women are oppressed and therefore we're not in a position to have kids. We need to focus on ourselves. When will the hierarchy of oppression stop? When will it end? Because nobody is going to have the last laugh here. The goalpost is always changing. Is it the black woman? Is it the gay black woman? Is it the trans woman? Is it the black trans woman? Is it the black non-binary person? Because the goalpost is always moving. No one is going to have the last laugh. But everyone thinks when they're currently at the top of this hierarchy that it's going to stay that way forever. And they're going to be able to be the Karens of society, policing everyone and telling everybody else what is and isn't right, including to have their own children. This sort of self-flagellation that comes from white liberal women, especially in this sort of rhetoric of not reproducing because they're concerned about society, is literally peak self-flagellation. It's like a fetish for them. So you might be wondering, why have I changed my mind? I mean, outside of the fact that I'm a conservative and I started leaving the left back in 2021, there are many reasons. With age, I realized I still had a strong desire to be loved. So even when I was in my little like power boss era, I was still dating and I wanted to have relationships. So there was still this innate desire to be loved and to share love. I also started to appreciate my own family and my own connections with my family members. Unlike Gen Z, I forgave my mom and my family members for things that maybe upset me in my childhood or in my teenage years. I didn't write them off and ban them from my life just because they were conservative or they were this or that. I forgave them, they forgave me. That's part of life, and that's what family is. I didn't disown my mom. She didn't disown me when I was growing up being a little tyrant. And our relationship is wonderful now. She's like the most important person in my life. And I think that is beautiful, and I think most people would agree that it is. But if you're so concerned about protecting your own peace, you might end up writing off your family, thinking that your friends are your family until your friends and you disagree about something and suddenly you're writing them off too, and you're completely alone. People don't seem to understand that all of these political movements are fleeting, but the decisions that they're making are permanent. Also, when speaking with my stepdad, who is a staunch Republican, but that's besides the point, he's not really a religious person, and he told me that good people have a duty to have kids, to bring more good people into the world, especially during this political climate, realizing.
I think so too. This is the thing where we got to say with a lot of women, right? We got to say with a lot of women. That's why I say leave them alone. Leave women alone, because their actions, right? Women's the liberal women's the all these the feminists. They're gonna reap the rewards, right? They are going to suffer from the consequences of their actions. All right. Once you hit a certain age, you hit 40, you hit 50. Now you want a man. Now you want a family. Now you want to be a wife. Too late. This is why I said, leave them alone. Walk away. Good men will walk away. Let these women suffer, right? Let these women, right? If these women think that they know better, fine. We'll see. Right? Men don't need to deal with these women. You walk away, travel the world. Walk away and travel the world. Find a woman somewhere else. Find a woman that has not been poisoned by feminism. Because I guarantee you, a lot of these women, right? A lot of these leftist Democrat women, a lot of these feminist women, okay? They are going to hit that point, right? Hit that point and then regret it. Like, oh my God, I want a man. Oh my God, I want a husband. Oh my God, I want a family. Well, I'm sorry. It's too late. The good men have left. Now you're just part of the situationships. Now you're just part of the hookup culture. Right? All you're now is either you are pump and dumps for the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, the Tyrones, or you're just forever single. Right? You're forever single, forever alone. Leave these women alone. They are going to suffer for their consequences. Right? They're going to suffer from their consequences. I believe they will.
There's so many people that cannot think for themselves, that are so susceptible to corruption and brainwashing, that I feel responsible to bring life into the world that I can help give better direction to.
Because that's why I said, I love what Evil Eddie said, right? Sounds like she hit the wall and flipped to conservative, right? Sounds like she couldn't continue with the feminist ideology. Steve, what's up, my brother? What's up? She couldn't continue with the feminist ideology because she knows if she continues on this path of feminism, it's not going to get her what she wants. It's not going to get her what she wants because what's the feminist? What do they want to get? Right? What do feminists want to get? Equal rights? They have it. What would they want? Literally, what do feminists want? Honestly, they don't want nothing. They're not yearning for anything. So they're just finding whatever to complain about. But what they truly want, in my honest opinion, right? A man, a family, right? Children, stability. They're not getting it on the path of feminism.
So that the future of this world looks better for everybody. I'm sure depending on who's watching this, you disagree and hope that I don't have kids, but it's too bad for you unless, something happens. Life has transcendent meaning. Even when it's hard, life is not about comfort. Things don't have to be perfect for you. That's the whole point. So as somebody who is a conservative that used to be very liberal and grew up brainwashed by the liberal agenda, I'm really relieved that I came to this realization before it was too late. But that's a concern that we should have for Gen Z women as they grow up. Because even if we talk about IVF and freezing your eggs, these are all really expensive treatments that only the wealthy can afford. And if we care about humanity and progress, then everybody should be concerned about this fertility rate. All right, guys, let me know your...
And I'm, as an American, right, I'm concerned, right? This is why I said, travel the world, my brothers. Travel the world, right? It's all good, Steve. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, my brother. Travel the world, right? I believe, this is a thing where a lot of the men in my chat, I think they're amazing men. I hope that they would, some of them are MGTOW, right? Some of them are MGTOW. It's understandable. But, at the end of the day, I always think it's a shame when good men can't pass on their genes, or good men don't have that loving family. That's my opinion, right? So I always believe that, you know what, my brothers, let's travel the world. Let's, see what's out there. And let the women that are stuck in feminism, that's stuck in the delusional mindset that they have, let them suffer. Let them suffer from their consequences. Let them see if their actions, bear the fruits that they wanted it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. You guys are amazing.
So here's everything.
All right, let's do some TikTok videos. Let's do some TikTok videos. I think it'll be fun. I think it will be fun. All right. Okay, so I have some interesting videos, right? Particularly the first one. Particularly the first two are some interesting one. And this is a thing where I'm not gonna... I think the biggest problem is that many women underestimate how much women talk about men. Many women I know don't have hobbies that don't involve liking men or fictional men. That's interesting. I like that. That's interesting. Red Door, my sister, what is up? What is up, my sister? That is interesting. I like that. All right. So this is gonna be I think this might be an interesting video. Let's check it out.
So here's everything I charge my husband for my full-time caregiving and home management services. So we have 3 home-cooked meals a day for 3 children. That's priced at $120 a day for 365 days a year. So that gives us a total of $43,800. Then we have housekeeping and laundry services. This includes dishes, folding, scrubbing, and finding lost items. That gives us a flat annual rate of $25,000. And then we have toddler emotional regulation and crisis management. This includes tantrum control, sibling mediation, and snack diplomacy, and that's priced at $35,000. And then we have frustration fees. This includes repeating myself, cleaning up surprises, and surviving chaos on the daily. That gives us a total of $15,000. Then we have homeschool and early childhood education fees. I do homeschool our 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, and that's priced at $10,000 per child. That gives us $30,000 in tuition. And then we have newborn care and overnight services for the baby. That includes feeding, soothing, and 0 sleep for me. That's priced at $25,000. Then we have breastfeeding and on-demand nutrition plan. This is 24/7 meal service exclusive to 1 VIP client, and that's priced at $18,000. Then we have cleaning and sanitation department. That's toy management, mystery stains, and bio.
Evil Eddie, we're going to talk about that. System, what's up, my brother? Thank you for being here. Women like this is pretty much really, they are the proof, or they are why men don't want to marry.
Hazard disposal, and that gives us a flat total of $20,000. And then there's scheduling and logistics coordination. So that's appointments, play dates, grocery list, remembering birthdays. That is priced at $10,000. Then we have mental load management fee. So this is the invisible labor, the planning, anticipating, and worrying for everyone. That gives us a total of $12,000. And then we have household operations and family management, and this is running the household.
Organic, my brother. Thank you for being here. I love you, my brother. Thank you for being here.
Like a Fortune 500 company. If you know, you know. And that is priced at $8,000. And we have emotional support and relationship maintenance, providing hugs, encouragement, and therapy level listening. That's priced at $8,000. And services are being rendered by a master's level degree holder who's on a career pause for the sake of the family. So there is a surcharge for that of $20,000. So that gives us a total of $269,800 for the year. And there are no discounts because, of course, this kind of stuff just cannot be discounted. You do get what you pay for, and it's priceless for the peace of mind that my husband gets, knowing that his household and his family are very well taken care of. So here's everything.
I'm not gonna say, right? I'm not gonna say if this doormat of a man, right, accepts this, that is his thing, right? I try not to criticize relationships, right? If this type of man is fine with it, he's fine with it. Okay, so it is what it is, right? Whatever. I'm not gonna. Again, This man accepts this, right? Her husband accepts this shit. He's paying his wife to take care of her own kids. He's paying his wife 200 grand plus a year to take care of her own kids. You know what? With 200 grand plus, I might as well just put my kids in daycare. I might as well put my kids in daycare and you can go back to work. Right? If I'm going to have to pay you 200 grand plus, I might as well put my kids into daycare and put your ass back into work. Put that degree into use, right? Put that degree into use. But again, like I said, that is that man's prerogative. But this is why I said this before, right? Dating is easy for women. Dating is easy for a woman. It blows Red Door's mind. Yes, this woman is nuts. Dating is easy for a woman. All right? Divorce her, get a nanny. 100, right? Divorce her and get a nanny. Getting a nanny would be cheaper, right? I think it would be cheaper. Hell, I think you could pay a nanny 100 grand. Half of that, right? Hell, 100 grand. I think you could pay a nanny 80, right? 80 grand a year, and you could get all that. I think you could. Personal opinion. You can get a cheaper service, right? But you still get the level of care that this mother. I think you still could. But here's the thing, right? I said this. Dating is easier for women. There will always be a simp out there. There will always be a fool out there that will accept women at whatever level they are, right? It doesn't matter if you're fat, ugly. Fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, old, young, delusional or sane. It doesn't matter. There will always be a simp, a fool, a doormat out there ready to give you the world. This is why I said I have no sympathy for women when it comes to dating, because you can always find that man. You can always find that man. There will always be that man out there that will give you whatever you want. Men like that need to be comfortable with being alone. Instead, they're scared of being alone when it's much lonelier to be used like an ATM rather than seen as a human being. Dang. Dangoon, you are dropping out some gems. Join the Discord, right? Join the Discord. I think the Discord would love you. You are dropping some gems. I love it. I love it. You are dropping some gems, right? This is exactly... Right? Dragoon said, men like that need to be comfortable with being alone. Instead, they're scared of being alone when it's much lonelier to be used like an ATM rather than seen as a human being. Boom! Drop the mic. That's some gems right there. This is desperation. This is desperation. I've said this before. If men can control their weakness of women and lust, they will be on some shit. Right? They will be dangerous. I said this before. I told you guys my story plenty of times, right? And it took me a while to just like, what? It didn't expire. Right? Did it? Did the link expire? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. What? That shit shouldn't have expired. That link should not have expired. I'll create another link. Give me a second. Give me a second. That link should not have been expired. I don't know what. That's weird. I don't know why that link expired because I'm quite sure I created a link that won't expire. I'm quite mad. I'm gonna have to edit certain things. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to edit something. Because that link shouldn't have expired. The heck? Oh, that's annoying. What? Why is that link expired? That should be new. Oh, that's. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put the. That's weird. I'm trying to put. And YouTube is acting weird for me right now. YouTube is acting weird. I guess I'll continue for a little bit. I don't know why it's yeah, it's been glitchy today, so that's why I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'll continue with it, and I'll put the link. Hopefully, the link is post. I'll change the link, right? Nah, I don't know why. It's weird. All right, I'll continue. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. But yeah, this woman is crazy. Absolute insane.
What is this? What service fee?
A service fee from my services. Do you think I'm doing this for free?
What is this? What service fee?
A service fee from my services. Do you think I'm doing this for free?
What is this? What service fee?
A service fee from my services. Do you think I'm doing this for free?
I mean, this is maybe, but I mean, I don't think this is a joke. You know, compared to her last video, I don't think this is a joke. This is why this man, right? Great, right? If this is how he want to go about his relationship, fine. But it seems like his relationship is just built on if he can afford his wife, right? His relationship seems like if he can afford his wife, which is, it is what it is, I guess. But it's like paying a woman, right? Paying your wife to take care of her own kids is diabolical, right? I'll say that. Paying your wife to take care of her own kids is honestly diabolical. It really is. I think it's incredibly insane, right? I don't even know what to say. That is next level insanity in my opinion. So it looks like I don't know, on my if you guys can see the link, that's the link. But all right, let's continue. Let's continue.
So you woke me up for what? So you woke me up for what?
You need to leave. I need you. I need you.
Now remember, this is her video. When you marry a manipulator. Okay, let's listen to it.
Go on. No, you gotta go.
Can we revisit this after the holidays?
No, today.
We not doing the after holidays and prolonging this whole process.
So
No.
you're gonna ruin the holidays for everyone, for the kids, for
The
my
holidays wasn't
family.
on your mind when you did what you did. Like, we're not doing this. This is cyclical. This is a cycle, which you know.
Okay, but what? Okay, so your birthday, I was planning something real big,
That's
and
fine.
now
That's my birthday. I
can
don't
we
need
s-
anything.
can we like?
No. That's 7-8 months out. No.
So there is no reconciliation right now.
No. There's always a reconciliation. There's always a reclamation. There's always a recycle. We're not. No. You gotta go.
Are you really doing this right now?
Are you doing that right now on the camera?
Who's the manipulator? This is the thing where you have to always question women's stories, right? She thinks posting this will get her sympathy, will get her women's support. Seems like she's the manipulator.
I've been trying. I've done everything that you asked me to do.
You being real studio right now. You gotta go.
I don't know why this video suddenly got really quiet, which is quite crazy.
I've been trying. I've done everything that you asked me to do.
You being real studio right now. You gotta go.
Please don't do this. Like, the holidays are coming, the kids were.
Don't put this on me. Like, let's not do this. Don't put it on me.
You know,
Be
I've been
accountable.
going through so much.
No, you've been putting yourself in so much.
Please
These are your actions.
don't do this. We can fix this.
There's no fixing. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Like, this is not happening right now.
It has to
I
happen
can't
right
lose
now.
you.
It's already lost. It's already lost.
Please, can I've been trying. I've done everything that you asked me to do.
You being real studio right now. You gotta go.
Please don't do this. Like, the holidays are coming, the kids were.
Don't put this on me. Like, let's not do this. Don't put it on me.
You know,
Be
I've been
accountable.
going through so much.
No, you've been putting yourself in so much.
Please
These are your actions.
don't do this. We can fix this.
There's no fixing. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Like, this is not happening right now.
She can't even fake tears. I mean, she can't even fake tears. I swear, this is the thing, right? This is what I'm sorry. This is why men need to be on their game. This is why men need to be on their game. Why is she filming? Again, women do this to gain sympathy online, to gain support online, to gain validation online. It's like, it's a tactic that women use to get support from, people online, from other women online, right? Hoping that other women would side with her, right? Women do this. It's really, honestly, an insane kind of thing. It sounds like she's the problem, right? It sounds like she's the problem. Maybe she cheated. Maybe she did something bad, but definitely she sounds like the problem.
It has to
I
happen
can't
right
lose
now.
you.
It's already lost. It's already lost.
Please, can I've been trying.
I'm not staying where I'm not wanted. I agree. I definitely agree. I'm not staying where not wanted. I'm not staying where I'm being used. That's what, to be honest, this is what a lot of women do. If she throws the tantrum, then can the kids even be kids? Yangoon, the Discord will love you. The Discord will love you. You are spitting some gems. This is like, that's some gems. Exactly. It's like, this is right here, these manipulation tactics, this acting like a kid. Again, I show you these are the dangers, right, of women. That's why that last man, seriously, if he's not on his game, he's letting his woman use him. And then you don't think that shit like this will happen? Exactly. She doesn't want to lose her benefits and resources. She doesn't care about him. She doesn't. Exactly.
I've been friends with this guy for 2 or 3 years now, and he just confessed his feelings for me, that he wants to be more than friends. And then today I got hit with the, let me see you, send me a picture, because he lives a couple hours away. And here I am making a TikTok instead. I'm not going to do that shit. I do not care if we have been friends for years, 10 years, whatever. I don't care if you live on the fucking moon, okay? When you say, let me see you, no. Are you going to pay my bills? Why do you think that you are any different than any other guy out there on these apps that I intentionally got away from? The creepy messages of, let me see you. Let me see what you look like. Even though I've asked 10 other women the same fucking thing. No. No. I got shit to do, people on the internet to talk to. If I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to try and make some fucking money out of it. No, we're not going to pull that shit. Like, the audacity. Like, do you find that on Amazon? Where do we find this? Ask me to send him a picture. Get out of your damn mind. I've been friends with this guy.
Leave these women alone. Leave these women alone, right? These women are insufferable. They're miserable. They're selfish. They are transactional, right? They're damaged goods. Yes, they are damaged goods. All right, leave these women like these women know how to manipulate. They know how to extract resources. That's it. They don't care about you. They don't care, right? All they see you as an ATM machine. If they can extract resources from you. Future Cat Lady of America. Exactly.
Am I the only one that's like this? Probably not. But when my husband is sick, am I the only one that's like this? Probably not. But when my husband is sick, he's been puking all night. Even if he has a cold, for some reason, the rage inside me is such a fiery rage. And I know there's nothing he can do about it to control it. But it just makes me so angry. It's so ridiculous that it makes me so angry. So he's been puking all night, so I slept on the couch because he like moans and groans. He's like noisy when he's sick. And I'm gonna try and be a good wife today. I'm gonna try and get him some medicine. I think maybe it makes me so mad because if I'm sick, like, I still like do my thing. Like, I'm still a mom. I still have stuff I have to do. If I'm like super, super sick, I'll like stay in bed, obviously, if I can't even function. But like, me as a person when I'm sick, like, close the door, leave me alone. I'm gonna do this stuff to help myself get better, and I'm gonna sleep it off. He like, I think it's just the moaning and the like, I'm an awful wife. I understand that. And I also can't wait to get it. And I know I'm not going to get it. I'm gonna pound the silver. We're pounding vitamin C. We're doing all of it. We've got our oils. We've got all our things to prevent anybody else from getting this. But we're married and we had a fun night last night. So 3 hours later, he was puking. Please tell me I'm not gonna get this.
Oh my God. Big Bar says it, right? Big Bar said it. women just hate men so bad. I don't know what to say, right? You got him. I don't know what to like. This is the thing where it's hard for me to, it's hard for me to argue against like Steve or Evil Eddie, who pretty much like choose to go MGTOW, right? Because these are the women that are out there, right? And she's married to the man. She might as well want to kill him, right? So how can you convince good men? How can you convince good men that there are good women out there? Or that, you know what, you will be the one to find a good woman? How can you convince good men that you will be the one to find good women? How? Because this is the thing where it's a coin toss. It's a gamble. It's a gamble that so many men take. I thought I found a good woman and I married her. But really, this woman cares about herself and doesn't want to be around me when I'm sick. I'm like, this woman wants to charge me for taking care of our own kids. How can you convince good men that there are good women, right? When these are women out, these are the women here. I mean, yeah, I agree, right? You go overseas, but I'm just saying for the men here, right? There's a lot of men that don't want to go overseas. So how can you convince good men here in the States? It's hard because men see this shit every day. She is married to the man and she cares about herself. I hope I don't get sick. I hope I don't get sick. That's what you care about? Let's break the stupidity down. Let's break the stupidity down. Dangoon said it. She resents him and she hates that his usefulness is temporary gone. God damn, Dangoon is speaking some facts. Saying some amazing ass stuff right there. All right? That's some good ass stuff. Exactly. Let's break this insanity down. Let's break this crazy down.
Am I the only one that's like this? Probably not. But when my husband is sick, he's been puking all night. Even if he has a cold, for some reason.
He's puking all night, okay? He's puking all night. Doesn't sound like something, like one of the, I don't know, a very weak, a small thing, right? It doesn't sound like a small thing. Puking all night doesn't sound small.
The rage inside me is such a fiery rage. And I know there's nothing he can do about it to control.
She is extremely angry, fiery, right? Fiery rage because the man got sick. The man got sick. He showed his weakness, right? He showed his weakness. She's extremely angry that the man got sick. All right? So this is the insanity, right? Imagine if a man cried to her. What if he cried to her? So if he cried to her, would that turn her off as well? Oh, Dango, right? Dango. Interesting name. Interesting. Imagine if he cried to her. Imagine if he showed emotional weakness. He's showing physical weakness, and she's fiery rage. Disgusting.
But it just makes me so angry. It's so ridiculous that it makes me so angry. So he's been puking all night, so I slept on the couch because he like moans and groans. He's like noisy when he's sick. And I'm gonna try and be a good wife today. I'm gonna try and get him some medicine. I think maybe it makes me so mad because if I'm sick.
I'm gonna try to be a good wife. I'm gonna get him some medicine. Okay.
Like, I still like do my thing. Like, I'm still a mom. I still have stuff I have to do. If I'm like super sick, I'll like stay in bed, obviously.
Does he not sound super sick? You literally said out of your bitch ass mouth that he's puking all night. Does that sound like weak ass sick? Does that sound like just a little bit sick? Or does it sound that super sick? The people that are super, like barfing all night, it sounds kind of super sick. So by her own mouth, she would be doing the same thing.
I can't even function, but like me as a person when I'm sick, like close the door, leave me alone. I'm gonna do this stuff to help myself get better, and I'm gonna sleep it off. He like, I think it's just the moaning, the like, I'm an awful wife. I understand that. And I also can't wait to get it. And I know I'm not going to get it. I'm gonna pound the silver. We're pounding vitamin C. We're doing all of it. We've got our oils.
The last part is all about her, right? The last part is all about her. What is she gonna do so she won't get sick? Oh, I'm gonna get him a medicine. Now she's saying the whole list of things that she has to do for herself so she doesn't get sick. She's not saying the whole list for her husband, right? Get him some medicine, make him some soup, put a hot towel over his head, whatever, right? Get him a bucket. Like, say a laundry list of things you would do for your sick husband. No. I'll get him some medicine. Now, here's a laundry list of things I have to do so I don't get sick. Me. That is the thing. You only care about yourself. Dango. She should try to be a better human and being instead, and try to be compassionate and understanding towards his suffering and pain, instead of she only cares about her optics, aka being a good wife. She only cares about herself, right? She only cares about herself, so she don't get sick.
We've got all our things to prevent anybody else from getting this, but we're married and we had a fun night last night. So 3 hours later, he was puking. Please tell me I'm not gonna get this.
Please tell me I'm not gonna get this. It's like, she only cares about herself. That is it. I said this before, right? And no one really actually thinks about it. I said this. Women created manosphere, right? Women created men's content. Because imagine this, right? All the videos I've ever shown you guys, right? Every single video that I've ever shown you guys, if it disappeared, right? If all the women that made those videos never made those videos at all, you think men's content would even be a thing? Men would have nothing to say. Men would have nothing to say. I'm not making shit up. No one's forcing this woman or any other women to say the things that they say and do the things that they do. No one is forcing women to be this kind of person. So this is the thing because when I started, I heard stories from men, right? I heard stories, okay? Stories of what men go through. I'm like, is this real? Is this true? And then you see things like this. So how can you not believe what men say, right? How women mistreat them, how women divorce them and destroy them. I can see this woman divorcing that man. God forbid if he gets sick again. God forbid if he gets cancer, right? If he gets some serious sickness, she's out. She is out the door. She will leave this man, right? Quick. Tim, what's up, my brother? I hope he treats you the same when you get... I hope so, right? But I guarantee you not. I bet you that man worships this woman. I bet you when this woman is sick, he would be there for her. I bet you. Big Bar said it, right? The issue is women online are not good women. It's hard to disagree. I honestly think women that are online are honestly the worst women ever. They show it. It's sad, right? It is sad that these women are like, honestly, just miserable women.
I just had a man who owns a home in Orange County almost have me split a bill of $24 or so on a first date. Let's get into it. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. So this guy, at first I was like, WTF, but we ended up having like really good conversation after because I just was straight up.
Why is it hard to disagree? Lisa came. Why is it hard to disagree? Isn't that a generalization? I just say, but is it a general? I mean, like, it's hard to disagree that I didn't say all women, right? I definitely didn't say all women. It is a generalization, right? But it's hard to disagree that, the majority, or at least a good amount of women online, right? At least the women that talk about men, right? Let's say that, right? At least the women that talk about men. I'm not talking about women that just, I don't know, share their daily life. Why would I say that they are miserable women, right? But the women that talk about men usually show that they honestly are the worst, right? They're not that good people, right? Particularly, let's say this, whether they're good people, they're just not good people towards men, right? They're not good people towards men. So that's how I see it.
Up and was like, yeah, you're not getting a second date. And then after that, like, conversation became very candid, and it actually was like just like a very intriguing conversation. But here's what happened. So first I show up and he sends me a location where I think we're gonna go to this cafe and we're gonna get food or like a dessert or something. Like, it's the location of a cafe. I pull up and he goes, let's go for a walk. So we're in this downtowny area. I was like, whatever, let's just do this. So we're going for a walk. And then he basically has no plan. And then afterwards he was like, well, I already ate dinner. Mind you, it is 6/7, like dinner hour. So clearly I have not eaten because I was like, well, we're going on a date. And he sent me a location to a place with food. So I thought we were going to eat. And he's like, oh, well, I already ate. And in my head, I was like, that's fine. Like, I'm just going to end this date and then I'm going to take myself out to eat. No biggie. There's plenty of restaurants here. I'm going to get myself dinner. Anyways, then he goes, oh, well, you're hungry, right? And I was like, yeah, I could eat. So then we end up going somewhere and he's like, I'm not going to eat anything, but you eat. So I get a burger and he gets fries. No issues there. The food comes. This man is like eating his fries so soon. And like my food's not even here yet. So I'm just like watching him eat his fries as I'm waiting for my food. And he's like, oh, do you not want fries? And I was like, well, I do, but I would prefer to eat it with my burger. So it's all good. So then we're like chit-chatting.
I love big bars. Women are broke today. I mean, like, they act like I mean, like, this is a thing where women skirt the line, right? Women, I find this funny, okay? Women are skirting the line. They expect men to plan things, pay for dates, which is fine, okay. But how can you expect men to be traditional, right? Be traditional? I have one question. Did anyone ask her? I don't know. I don't really know. But again, women expect men to be traditional. But the problem is women are not traditional themselves. So I think how men are navigating the current dating market is pretty much modern. It's a modern, they're doing modern tactics, right? 50-50, low investment dates, coffee dates, walking dates. I mean, whatever. It's pretty much modern way of dating. It's not traditional way of dating. So it kind of fits with how women go about it, right? If you're modern women, you should be accepting modern practices.
And he's telling me, he keeps bringing up the fact that like Asian women like white guys. And he keeps saying that I must have dated a lot of white guys. I have not
Oxford study.
Seriously dated any white man in my life. I have no issues with them, just have not been compatible with any so far. So I'm like, okay, this guy's very interesting. And then later, later the bill comes, and because he only got fries and I got a burger, and I also knew there's not going to be a second date, I was like, oh, do you want me to get some of that? But I didn't tell him there wasn't going to be a second date yet. So I was just like, oh, like, do you want me to get some of that? And he was like, yeah, if you want to split it, it's up to you. And I take a look at the bill, and it's like $24. And I was like, I mean, yeah, if you want to split $24. So then I was like, well, I hope they take Apple Pay because I don't have my wallet on me. He's like, I don't have my wallet on me either. And I'm like, okay. And then later he's like, okay, I'm going to go up and pay the bill. And I was like, okay, I'll come with you. And he's like, no, it's fine. I got it. So he actually did end up paying the bill. And then as we're like leaving the place, I'm used to guys opening my door. So I'm standing there and he's not opening the door. And then the server happened to be on the outside and opened the door. And I thought that was hilarious. And then he was telling me how he really likes Asian women. And I said, why? And he said, because Asian women are very feminine and like all these things. So I'm like, okay, interesting. But then later as we're walking back to the car, we're somehow getting on the conversation of kids. And he was like, asking me how many kids I want, and I told him, and I was like, what about you? And he's like, oh, unsure. And I was like, unsure, like you don't want kids, or you know, what do you mean? And then he was like, yeah, I may not want kids for another basically like 7 years or so. So I told him straight off the bat, because he had asked me earlier whether or not I think we'd have a second date. I was like, well, there's your answer. Nothing against you, but I don't want to wait 7 more years to have kids, so I don't think we're compatible, therefore we don't need to go on a second date. And then after I said that, that's when we started having like very candid conversations. Like we talked about like the male loneliness.
Devil, it's because women generally measure their self-worth and status in their friend group by how much men invest in them materially and gesture-wise. Interesting, right? I agree. I don't disagree. Okay. I think that, kind of a sad thing, right? Men are just another flex for women. This is, I believe, yo, Artie, what's up, my brother? And Dangoon, I love your high IQ. I love what you're saying, right? I think you are spitting some amazing words. I agree, right? I think modern day women, or I think women in general, they see men as only a flex, right? Flex how much it's a show off to how much, particularly for today, right? With social media, you can flex your boyfriend, your husband, right? How much he does for you, how much he spends on you. It's a validation thing, right? It's shown off to the world. Look at what my husband does for me. Look at what my my boyfriend does for me. So I definitely see that, which is honestly, it's a very superficial way of viewing men, right? It's another way, another superficial way to view men. Right? It's just you use men to just for clout, right? For clout, for validation, which is it's crazy.
Epidemic. I asked his thoughts on it. It was very interesting that like he wants a feminine woman, yet he didn't want to pay the bill. I mean, he ended up doing it, but like, wasn't really going to pay the bill. Didn't really have a plan for the date, and also doesn't open doors or like doesn't really do anything that's masculine. So it's like, okay, sir. Just very, very interesting. So we're talking about a ton of things. We end up going.
I do agree, right? Here's the thing where I do agree, right? If men want something, like let's say if a men want a traditional woman, you yourself have to be traditional. Plain and simple, right? If you want a traditional woman, you yourself have to be traditional. It's just how it is. You can't expect something when you're not that. Okay, you can't expect it. So I definitely agree with her in that aspect. Now I do say that men should be more reserved, right? If he was being reserved, where he's not going above and beyond for women in the dating process, but the small gestures, it's not a bad thing, right?
going through his dating profile, like he pulls it up and he's like, do you think I look like my pictures? And I was like, I mean, you don't not look like them. Like I didn't look at you and think that I was catfish. And I was like, do you think I look like my pictures? He's like, oh, I think you look even better. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. But we're basically we're having like candid conversations, and he tells me how he's a pessimist and I'm an optimist. So I was like, okay, that's already not working. And he basically like talked.
He's a pessimist. Okay, so that kind of like, if he's traditional, I understand why he holds back, right? He's very pessimistic, right? Giving all of his effort at the beginning, thinking that maybe it won't work out, so it's a waste of effort. I definitely understand that. This is the thing where a lot of women have to understand. I think, and we've seen the videos, right? We saw the videos I've shown you, right? Just a few videos I've shown you. There is no wonder why men are pessimistic. Excuse me. There is no wonder why men today are pessimistic. Men today are, in a way, I'm not saying necessarily scared, but men don't want to be put in a position where men give so much effort at the beginning, first date, second date, and then at the end, women just treat him like shit. Women will ghost him. Women think he's not good enough. Women will put him down. So he put all this effort, and then she said, up, on to the next one. I don't really like you. So what now? He just wasted his effort and got nothing in return. No return on his investment. No return on anything. So again, a lot of men are very weary, right, about the dating market, because it's not like where it used to be, where if you court a woman, right, and she's not, women wouldn't even want you to court them if they weren't interested in you, right? Back in the day, women wouldn't even want you to court them if they didn't find you attractive, if they weren't interested in you in some way or form or another. So you wouldn't even be able to court them. You wouldn't even be able to go on a date with them if they weren't interested in you. But today, women are fine with going on dates with men they weren't even interested in. Women are fine with going on dates with men they aren't even attracted to. And that's the insanity, right? Women today are fine with going on dates, having men pay for dates, having men plan dates, right? Having men do all this shit on the date, even though she's not attracted to you. She doesn't even see a second date with you, right? Women will give you the opportunity, right? The privilege to change her mind. But we all know how an uphill battle it is to change someone's mind. If she's not into you, you will have to go above and beyond to now change her mind into being into you, which is an uphill battle. That is why it makes more sense if she was already into you. You going on a date with her only reinforces that mentality, right? If she's already into you, if she's already attracted to you, if she already likes you, if she already wants you, if she already wants to see you on a second date, going on a date with her only reinforces that mindset. So it's not that hard. It's not that, you don't have to go crazy about it. She's already into you. So that makes more sense. But women today are going on dates with men they don't care about, they don't want, they're not attracted to, but giving men the privilege to change their mind, which is honestly a losing game, right? So that is why a lot of men are very pessimistic. And that's something that a lot of women don't understand, because a lot of women don't care. It's a free food hookup. Yeah.
About having a family and kids as a burden. He's like, what if I wake up one day and I don't want that anymore? I'm like, okay. And he also said that he wants to eventually move to Southeast Asia, like the Philippines or Thailand, and basically get with hookers there. I was like, very interesting. At this point, it's just like entertaining. Like, it was an interesting interaction. So we're looking through his profile and I'm looking at stuff, and then it says, the don't have kids open to children part. And I pointed that out. I said, it says open to children here, but you just told me that you don't know if you want them, like probably don't want them. And he's like, yeah, I'm open. And I'm like, okay, what percentage? And he's like 10%. I'm like, you should probably change that then to not sure. So he's like, okay. And then I looked at he said he wanted a long-term relationship on the app. But based on our conversation, he's basically looking for like a friends with benefits type of thing. And I was like, you should probably change that. And then he also talked about like polygamy, but he said he wanted monogamy. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So then I was like, you should probably change all of this to be truthful. And then he said, but if I change all of that, then I won't get any matches. And then I was like, so what I'm hearing is you don't respect your time or other people's times because you're basically going to live in a lie and waste people's time. And
I do disagree, right? I mean, I do disagree with the man, right? I agree with her. It's a waste of time. I dislike people being two-faced, right? If you don't believe in monogamy, don't say that, right? Don't say, I want monogamy. It is stupid, right? If you're not going to get any matches, then they weren't meant for you, right? If you weren't going to get matches, they weren't meant for you. So I'll hold men accountable, right? If you don't believe in it, don't do it. If you're not traditional, don't want traditional women. If you don't want monogamy, don't go for women that want monogamy. If you don't want kids, don't go for women that want kids. I will say that those men are stupid. Those men are idiotic. It's really an idiotic thing.
And he was like, well, no, not exactly. And he's like going back and forth. And in his prompt, he said he wanted somebody that knows what they want. And I was like, if you want a woman that knows what they want, and you're not even being truthful on what you like, what is happening? But yeah, when he said that he was a pessimist, I knew it wasn't going to work. I'm an optimist. He also said that he hates humanity. He hates humans. And I was like, if you hate humans, why are you here with me? Another fellow human. Like, a lot of things that he said were just contradictory, and I would just point that out. We did have like good, candid conversation. It wasn't like blamey or anything. Like, at this point, we're just sitting down, two adults that know we're not compatible, and just having a conversation. And I'm just asking him what I want to ask. And he kept saying like, you made me tell you all these things. I didn't make him do anything. I said I didn't have a gun to your head asking you to open up to all these things. I just knew what questions to ask. And he was like, oh, I was like, if we went back in time, would you have lied about your answers based on what I asked you? And he was like, yeah, I would have lied. And I'm just looking at him like, are you okay, sir? And I was like, why would you lie if you know that eventually it's not going to work out?
I mean, again, you see a lot of red flags. A nihilistic human, I think nihilistic humans are a red flag, right? I mean, people that just wants the world to burn or hate human beings is really just kind of ridiculous to me.
We're not compatible, so wouldn't you just want to cut to the chase? I'll move on to my person, you move on to yours. We are all good.
I mean, could it be true? I mean, could it be a lie? Maybe, right? I would say, take everything you see online with a grain of salt. But I've talked to a lot of women, right? They have some crazy ass stories, and there are crazy ass men out there, right? There are crazy ass men. I would never disagree that there aren't crazy ass men. There are, right? There are stupid men. There are men that are, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll say that I wouldn't be surprised that what she says, there is a man like that. So,
and then he also told me how he liked me, and I was like, what do you like about me? Like, what could you possibly know about me? And he's like, oh, I like that I'm attracted to you. That means you're attracted to me. That doesn't mean you like me. Like, you don't know me. Okay. Best of luck to everybody out there.
it was interesting. I thought it was an interesting story. Again, like I said, I mean, I always say this: men, we need to be truthful, but there will always be bad men out there. There will always be bad men out there. So, I just think that there's no point to lie. I hate two-faced men. I hate two-faced people. I really do. People that want to lie, that people would choose to lie, I think it's idiotic. So. All right.
attention to everything. We worry about everything.
What's up, everyone? Thank you, everyone, for being here. All right, let's I want to end out on this video, right? An Anton video. I always love, sometimes I love Anton's video, right? All right, so let's check out this video. We'll end out on this video, all right? Sounds like if this is truthful, the guy hates himself and doesn't feel anything other than disdain, base lust, and a sense of helplessness, lack of control, no direction other than hedonism. God dang, I love the shit you say. Dango, I don't know. Are you a girl or a guy? I mean, by the name and the image, I'm assuming a girl. But god dang, I love the shit you say. Please subscribe, because I would love to have you react with me more, right? I love the things you're saying, right? Because I would 100% agree. 100% agree, right? I 100% agree with your analysis, right? I gotta say it again. I gotta read it again, right? For the last video, right? God, are you a girl? Oh, I think I'm gonna fall in love, right? I think logic. That is so logical. I love that shit, right? Sounds like if this is truthful, the guy hates himself and doesn't feel anything other than disdain, base lust, exactly, and a sense of helplessness and lack of control, no direction other than hedonism. Chef's kiss. I love it. 100% amazing. I love that. That's some great analysis. I said this. This is what I said. I said this before. I don't. This channel isn't hating women. I never say I hate women. I hate people who don't have accountability. I hate people who are delusional. I hate people, right, who are hypocrites. If you're logical, you're base, you're respectful, I love it. I love it. So that's my thing. But man, that was I love that. All right, sorry guys, let's continue. Let's continue.
Yeah. That's like, because
it is a container. It is a way. It is one of the ways that God has given us. It is one of the blessings that God has given us to help us be able to thrive, so that we don't unnecessarily put ourselves in situations and have self-inflicted.
Oh yeah, Dango. I sent the link. I put the link in the chat. Please join the Discord. You'll be amazing.
Wounds. That is one of the benefits in the institutions of marriage.
That's why when a woman is so-called raised right or wrong or whatever, when you're with her and y'all get married in the relationship, you have to re-raise her in the way you want her to be. You just like you said, I look at it like, now that your father raised you, now it's my turn. If the way I want you to be is how I have to mold you. I've been trying to mold, my wife ever since I met her, and everything's working out beautifully. She doesn't talk back. She don't do none of that shit. When it's the big piece of the chicken, she gives it to me. It's like I don't even have to tell her.
Shampoo. You was just saying that she was fussing at you the other two podcasts ago.
Yeah,
you said that she was fussing at you.
This is such a contradictory conversation, because I'm so confused. How is it that women benefit from being married, but y'all so worried about us cheating on y'all all the damn time? Which one is it? Which one is it?
Mimi, you gonna cheat?
Hold on. Let me answer that for you. Let me answer that for you.
I need the answer to this question, because this is very.
I'm gonna give you the answer. I'm gonna help you out. I'm about to teach you something.
She ain't gonna receive it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that we never told you. We worry about everything. That's what being a man is. We pay attention to everything. We worry about everything. That's just one of the things that goes inside of the bucket. We worry about somebody breaking in a house. That's why we take the proactive measures to ensure that you're safe. We worry about when you go outside. We worry about anything ever happening to you. We worry about our kids every time, all the time. That's why we always over them. We worry, and I think that worry is a figurative word, so to speak. But we
worry
are
about
paying
cheating
attention
too. Worry
to
about
everything.
Yep.
So everything that we do is for you. It's ultimately the sacrifice that we make, and that's why we're willing to die for you. That's why it's so heartbreaking, and why men love so hard, because we become so invested in protecting and ensuring that y'all are successful.
What?
That's what the covering is for.
That woman was supposed to love the man harder than the man loving the woman. Which one
Well,
is
it depends on what you do. Well, we love differently. That's why you
unruly women, right? I mean, again, unruly women can never be led because they are very opinionated. Again, I've been there, I've done that, right? It's their way or the highway. They will always question you on everything. They will never believe you. They will never follow you.
You say that you want communication and you want an emotional connection. We think that love is going and killing ourselves every day to ensure that you got a roof over your head and you got lights on.
Oh, okay.
We think about what love looks like differently.
And you don't. And love is a strong word. Everybody goes past like. If you stop liking somebody,
I picked the highway. I agree.
Then you're gonna have problems. If you just love somebody, love turns into sympathy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I loved him, and I needed. But you have to like somebody. You have to like to be around them. You know what I'm saying? You can't be running out the house because I like to run home. You don't want to run away from your home. There's something wrong.
Let me ask you a question, Mimi. And you say you ain't got kids, but I think that you can still, resonate with this because we was all kids at one time and all of that, right?
I've raised a few, but I don't have any of my own.
Okay, that's dope. Then that means that you can relate to this.
Mm-hmm.
If I discipline my child, it may be painful for them, but I still love them. And the reason that I'm disciplining them is because I love them, because I don't want anything to happen to them. And I'm trying to teach them a lesson, even though it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
We love differently. Our children will look at us and say, I hate you. My parents hate me. I can't wait to run away. And they don't appreciate it until they get older, because now they see the residual effects of what we did and how it affected them in a positive way. But in their mind, they're thinking that we don't like them, and that's why we discipline them, because they don't have understanding. And it's the same way when it comes to how it is that we cover our wives and our women and our community and stuff like that. We love y'all in a way that you don't truly understand until you have to suffer from it. Mm-hmm. And that is why most women, if you ask them, have they left the man that they probably should have married? They will tell you yes, because if they knew better, based off of what they now experience in the street, they would do it differently, but you don't get a second chance.
Mm-hmm. So Anton, can I ask you a question? So then you will agree that a dude that beats on his woman does have the capability of loving her. Is that true, Anton, or not?
Unfortunately, that is true.
Thank you. I never heard nobody answer that. I always go, no. Yes.
Unfortunately, it is true. It is unfortunate true. It may be misdirected. It may be overly aggressive. It may be a lot of things, but two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah. I agree.
Y'all full of it.
What do you think, Drake?
I
what do you think, Drake?
Full of it.
Hey, hold on. I mean, it got to be true, though, because parents beat their children. Does that mean they don't love their children?
No, yeah, that's the same thing.
Mimi, why you ain't got me? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Mimi, I got a question for Mimi.
No. And them same parents get their children taken away. So
yeah, but that doesn't mean the parents don't love them, though.
Okay, but they got black eyes, busted lips, broken ribs.
It comes from love.
I don't know what to tell y'all about that.
It comes from love.
Well, no one's talking about abuse. Like, this is the thing I hate it, where people don't understand. There's a difference between discipline and abuse, right? Broken ribs? Who's talking about broken ribs? It's like, who's beating their kids to the broken ribs? That's not love, right? But disciplining your child is different than abusing your child. I hate how people think of nowadays. It's really idiotic. And again, this is why You can't lead unruly women. You can't lead them because they don't see it that way. They're not going to see it that way. They're not going to see it how you're going about things. They're not. They're going to see it as, oh, you know, it's abuse. They're going to see it as controlling or insecure or misogyny, right? If you telling her, girl, baby, don't go out there dressed like that, or baby, don't go out, you know, so late at night and to a party. No, you're controlling. You're abusive. You know, like Steve, thank you. DA, I want a peace in my life. These women stop that. I definitely agree. This is a thing where you do not entertain unruly women. These women, the unruly women, will bring you chaos. That's why you be in control. You be in control. Do not allow these unruly women into your life. They will bring chaos. That is it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love.
There's different types of discipline. You can discipline your children without actually like hurting them.
Whippings. Like we all got, well, I don't know, I'm 43. I got whippings. I don't walk around thinking my parents didn't love me because they whipped me.
Yeah, that's different between whoopings and beating your child. Like,
but
there's
what Shampoo
differences.
is saying is, from the man's perspective, right? If his woman gets out of line, and I don't put my hands on women. I can understand what Shampoo is saying.
Yeah.
He put his hands on his woman. He slaps her up.
Not me.
Up, go sit down. That don't mean he don't love her.
Oh my God, this sounding very toxic.
Listen.
Nah, it
I don't
just
want
means
y'all
that they
to
need to.
sensationalize what I'm saying. I just understand what he's saying. I don't condone it. I'm not saying go do it. I just understand what he's saying.
Listen, bro. Sometimes when you try to explain stuff to people, they can't think outside of how they feel about it.
I agree.
They can't understand the context. Like, I could disagree with the idea that you put your hands on a woman, similarly to what I just said to Shampoo, but it doesn't make it any less true.
That's exactly.
I could disagree, and it don't mean what he's saying is wrong, but because I'm able to objectively look at it and I'm not taking it personal, I can then try to understand why he's saying what he's saying.
Yeah. That's why you can understand why some guys are in prison for it's crazy, but you can understand why they killed their wives.
I can understand Anton saying this, but Shampoo saying this is a whole nother level that I will not accept.
Why do you say that?
Because Shampoo,
because you graduated
takes
from
it
room 9.
0 to 1,000,000 and be like, yeah, busting her up in the face and smacking her, making her lips swollen. Yeah, then I still love her.
Now y'all
But
just be
she gonna
giving
shut
out
up next
feels.
time. Like, but I understand when Anton is saying it because we know Anton is not beating on Rita. Shampoo, I'm sorry, I can't.
Let's explore this. How do you know that?
You don't.
Because you said,
how do I know it?
Because you said you
know. How do you know?
Honestly, just by the energy that you give, it's different than how Shampoo becoming like, yeah, you know, I tell the bitch shut up and I do this and that. Like, you're not disrespectful. Like, you know, and it's like just the energy that you have. Anybody around you would say.
Hold on, because you going like, listen, here's a scenario. A simple scenario. Don't do this, right? And you do it. You're telling me, fuck you, I'ma do it anyway. So now I can't shut up at that point. I gotta come for you now. That's how it works in this house.
We're gonna pray for your wife.
Hey, hold on.
No, just please, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying something truthfully. If I say, when you take the eggs out of the refrigerator, put it back this way. That's wait, please. Is there a problem in doing that? So that means if you don't do it, you saying fuck you. I don't have to put the eggs that way. And I'm supposed to not say nothing? That would be a disservice to you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shampoo. I just look at you as more of a ignorant type person. Like something happened,
right.
you better get ignorant.
You could call
Not
me
ignorant, but ignorant.
Hey, look,
Very much so.
this is how women get finessed by motherfuckers like Derek Jackson, right? You got a smooth talking motherfucker like Derek Jackson that come off all calm, right?
Who's
And
Derek Jackson?
say it how women want to hear it. But then you got somebody like Shampoo, which I would liken to Kevin Samuels. They don't like how he's saying it, but Kevin Samuels was actually the one telling y'all the truth. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is most women don't like Kevin Samuels because of how he said things, not because of what he said, because of how he said it. But they love Derek Jackson.
No, it was what he said and how he said it.
Hold on. If you ask most women, they will say that they didn't like Kevin Samuels because of how he said things. They always try to tone police Kevin Samuels. It wasn't necessarily what he said. It was how he said it.
I believe it to be the truth of what it was. They came on his stuff.
I agree. Women would love to be lied to. I've said this before. You lie, women will buy.
And he's telling them the direct truth. It wasn't no tone because he had the same tone with every damn body.
Yeah, but
so
they
it was
never,
really just
they
the
never
truth.
talked
Women
about
didn't
how he
want to
had
hear the
that tone
truth.
with men. They only talked about how he disrespected women.
They
That
took
was the
it as
whole thing about
disrespect
Kevin
because it was the truth. They don't like hearing the truth. That was it.
And
you too big, you too big.
I just said the truth to you.
You all over the place, you all over the place.
Yeah, but I just said the truth to you.
That's my point. That's my
No,
point.
you did not
Shampoo.
tell me any truth. You didn't tell me no truth.
Shampoo,
You
that's my
literally
point.
just
wait.
Look, 10 minutes ago, you literally just said your wife don't ever talk back. But then 2 podcasts ago, you said, oh, she was yelling at you, and you was like, don't
because
shut
I
up,
was
bitch. You was saying all of that. How you telling somebody the truth and you be lying?
Because I said you don't back down after it. I said if she said something, I have to say something in return. And you said I'm wrong. How could that be? I tell my son that.
I didn't say you was wrong for that. Somebody else said you was wrong for that.
I thought you said I should shut up if she's telling me to shut up. I'm going to go harder. I'm going to say, you shut up. And if she say you shut up, then it's going to escalate.
See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. This is why I would take you as like, yeah, you would be more likely to start raising your hand than any
Ignorant. I mean, again, this is the thing where it's. I'm the whole argument of like, laying a hand on a woman. I would not do that. But again, these are the women you leave, right? These are the women that would always argue to you about everything. Again, it's always unruly women. These are the women that will bring chaos into your life. Okay, everything you do, right? These are the women that wants a man to lead, right? These are the women that want a man to lead, yet every direction he goes on, she will question him on his choices, right? And this is the problem. This is the problem with a lot of women. They question men on everything they do. Okay, they will question men on everything they do. Yet, here's the thing: they don't want a partnership. They want leadership. Right? They said, "I want a leader. I want a strong man. I want a man who knows what he's doing. Right? Plans the date. Right? Decide what we'll eat, but then complain what he does." This is exactly my ex. Right? My ex was saying, "Oh, I'm submissive. Right? I want a man. I want a leader type man. I want a man that leads." And then when you try to lead, questions you on everything, right? Constantly belittles your opinions, constantly belittles your actions. And this is the problem with a lot of modern day women, right? This is the problem with a lot of modern day women, where if you try to be a man, they will question you on it. This is why a lot of men just give up. A lot of men say, what do you want then, right? If what I'm doing is always wrong, and you think you're doing always right, that's why men take. This is why a lot of men take a back seat, right? And women say that, oh, I have all the emotional labor in a relationship. No, duh. Because everything a man does, you question it, right? I said this in another video, right? Imagine this. Most men, I believe a lot of men, right? I believe a lot of men are bachelors. They cook for themselves, right? They're taking care of themselves. Most men are not dead, They're not dead in a ditch. They cook for themselves. They clean for themselves, right? They do laundries. They do all the shit for themselves, but they do it when they want it and how they want it, right? Most men do all the shit when they want it, how they want it, when they're bachelors. So when now, and they're the leader, they're leading their own life. Most of these men are leading their own life. Now when they get into a relationship, right? Now these women don't want these men to do what they've been doing, right? Clean when they want to clean, eat what they want to eat, do how they believe they should be doing. No, these women now micromanage, right? Like, no, you shouldn't be doing it like that. No, you gotta clean it. You gotta clean it like that. You gotta clean it today. You gotta do this today. And then no wonder a lot of men take a back seat, like, fine, whatever, fine. How do you want to clean? Or you go clean then, right? And that's why then women get all this burden. I have all the pressure. I take all the pressure in the relationship. I have all the emotional load, right? I do all the emotional labor. No, duh, because you create said emotional labor by being unruly women, right? By being unruly women, by being women that think it's like your way, the highway. Exactly like the women that a lot of men deal with. They don't like how men do things, so they micromanage, so they control things. So a lot of men, they love their women, but they can't do things right, so they give up. So now this woman is taking on the whole load of the family, right? The whole load of the family. And this is the problem that women create. Right? Women create it. Because again, it's not like how it used to be. It's not like men were like, they were kids, they were in the parents' house to the marriage house. No, it's not like that.
Anybody else on here, because you just go there. You're so quick to just, I gotta go there. It's that's why I would believe that.
No, I'm not. I have more sense in doing that. Listen, if I can do what I think and get away with it, it'll be a lot of things I would do. It would be a lot of things I would do. But I got more sense.
Hey, Shampoo, do you and your wife, do y'all argue a lot?
No.
Like, do y'all go back and forth a lot?
No. Hell no. Like what Ray J did on that video. You understood what he was doing. I understood what he was doing, but he let himself go.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Shampoo. I don't know about that.
His girl she was looking for that. She was looking for it.
My man pulled a gun. Like, he pulled a gun on the live.
I'm telling you.
Did he though?
He did. No, I've seen him cock the gun.
I know. You can make it sound dramatic all you want. You can make it sound dramatic. You can make it sound dramatic. But what I'm saying is, I understood what he was doing, but he should have stopped himself. That's the hard part. He was in it too deep at that point. She took the kids. He said, don't touch the kids. What did she do?
Where you at?
Touch the kids. She did everything to make you go there. I'm telling you, I seen it.
Tell that to the judge.
Well,
see how
you could joke all you want, but
that's serious. You
tell
joke.
it to the judge. Tell it to the
judge and see if that works out. Just saying that
it's not going to work out. That's
Do
what
you know what just happened? Do you know what happens, Shampoo? You're not catching it. If women like you, they'll accept whatever it is that you say to them.
That's the relationship I got. But when it's a glitch, I have to check it right then. I gotta check it, because if you let it fester, it'll be more disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying, Anton. Then that's.
But you don't. Once you check it though, you're not always going back to that.
What?
Once you check the situation, you're not going back to readdress it after you check it that one time, right? Or do you got to go back and
you might need a tune up, just like your car. You got to take it to get a tune up. It's not going to always run. You got to take it to the shop and get it fixed. Fixed is the word.
Oh my God.
Fixed.
Yeah, this was a lot.
Yeah,
anybody else got something to say before
you get a relationship? All right, but you said, if I cheat on her, I should expect her to cheat on me. Get the fuck out.
I'm saying you gotta live a lifestyle to where you lead by example. I'm not talking about cheating. If you doing what you said you was gonna do from the jump, and that's who you are, you don't have to stop doing that just because she started cheating or she started changing who she was. I'm not changing who I am just because you decided to go out here and F it up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
got
doing
you.
it. You know what I'm saying?
And Tom was
But
saying,
at the same time,
you should not change yourself.
if I address something with you though, I'm not finna keep addressing something that I address with you. I feel like if you keep repeating the same patterns of something I address, you already playing on me.
You just gotta up the level. You
Marry
gotta
the wrong woman if you got to do all that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not finna like.
If she
Why do we gotta keep going down the same?
Wanted to, because she a hoe. You married a hoe. So just
a woman that got all them tattoos like.
I definitely agree, right? I mean, Red Door definitely said it right. I think some women intentionally provoke and challenge men. They don't know when to keep quiet and walk away. I definitely agree.
Yeah, she trouble, man.
Uh-oh.
What?
Getting personal.
Wait, let Jazz talk and then we gotta go to super chats, y'all. Go ahead, Jazz.
Why you hate me so much, Shampoo?
That's not hate.
Promise.
Oh God.
I'm too much woman for you. All right. So just get off.
Yeah, too much. You right.
Get off of me.
I like
before
him
get
thick,
on
bro.
you.
I like
Okay.
him thick.
You don't want nobody to get
I
on you.
like him thick.
I'm trying to be nice to
I
you
like him
tonight.
thick with smaller arms.
Oh my God. Okay, so Jazz gotta go and then we gotta go to the next
love you, baby.
subject, y'all.
You know you do.
Yeah, so a lot was
Go ahead, Jazz.
but can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so a lot was said. To the last kind of part of the conversation, I am not of the belief that you need to strike somebody to get what you want out of them. I understand that some people feel that's the best way they can communicate to get what they want. I'm not a proponent to that. And I will never advocate for people to hit one another in a relationship just because someone is not doing something you want them to do. If you want to operate your relationship right like that, you go right ahead. I hope it works out for you. As far as what men fear, I really liked what I think Sterling was saying. I also agree that if you go into a relationship with the fear of the person cheating on you or betraying you, you kind of already setting yourself up for failure. Like if I go in and I'm just waiting on the shoe to drop, it's kind of like self-sabotaging. I'm not even going to be able to pay attention to all the good qualities of the person that's in front of me because I'm looking for the bad qualities that haven't shown up yet. So, you know, while it is true, you don't know what the person could be doing when they're not in your presence, but that goes to how much confidence you have in that relationship. And if you are with a person that actually shows respect for you, because if that person has respect for you, it doesn't matter where they are, who they're in front of, they're going to behave in front of you the same way they will when they're not. And if you do find yourself, like the guy said in the video, giving everything to a woman, giving everything, then you're giving to somebody that doesn't deserve you. You're giving to somebody that doesn't appreciate or value you. So let that person go and go get what you deserve. No man,
I definitely think that I definitely say that men need to have boundaries, right? Men need to have boundaries and need to stick with their boundaries. I think too many men are willing to be doormats. She's the worst. She ain't great. I definitely agree. I definitely disagree with her a lot of times. But yeah, I definitely promote men to have boundaries, right? To be strong men, you need to have boundaries. So I'll definitely say that. I've been there, I've done that, right? No, having no boundaries, being a doormat, it's not a good thing. This is why you don't deal with unruly women, right? If you're dealing with it, walk away right away, right? I learned that lesson. I ain't ever doing that shit again. I ain't ever allowing a woman, right, to bring chaos into my life ever again. I am never allowing women to bring chaos into my life ever again. And I hope more men will be like that. So. All right, guys. Thank you for being here tonight. I love you guys, right? You guys are all amazing people. Thank you for being here tonight. Big bars. I love you, my brother. Evil Eddie. Steve. You guys, I love you. You guys are all amazing. Red Door. My sister. I love you. Thank you for being here. All right. Thank you for being here. Sisum. I love you, my brother. Thank you for being here. All right. You're amazing. Laughing Man. Thank you for being here. I love you. Artie. Thank you for showing support. I love you, my brother. I love you, my brother. Tim. You're amazing. All right. You're an amazing man. I love you. Thank you for being here. All right. Dango. I love you, my sister. Right. Please check out the Discord. Right. Stay connected. All right. I love you, my sister. Thank you for being here. You dropped some amazing gems. Right. So I hope to see you more. Right. I hope to see you more. Dango. All right. Women that are chaotic and constantly testing their male partners are often projecting their inner chaos and lack of direction in life. They expect the man to handle it. Some gems, some amazing gems right there. I love it. I put the Discord in the link. I hope to see you in Discord. I hope you're subscribed because I want to see you more in the chat, right? I love the things you're saying. I love the words you said. Amazing stuff. I love it. I love it. Drop some amazing gems. Organic was here. I love it. Thank you for being here. XY, my sister. Thank you for being here. Justin was here. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here, right? I love you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for all the support. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like the channel if you haven't. Please check out my other videos if you haven't. Thank you for all the support. You guys are amazing. I love you. All right, later.